You can see if I zoom all the way in, you can see this. So you can see to the left here, and you can see this, what it says there. So the word interference, what legal framework for interference. We can see interception of communication, reject. So you can see that, and you can see that. So how to use that, how to use that, how to use that. So what might I ask to do? Nothing you don't want to do. All our agents are volunteers, and the way in which each agent is able to work with the MI5 is unique. You may be asked to help us. So let me pause that, yeah? So when they say you're a volunteer there, it's no different to when they say you're a volunteer in the army. Yeah, you're not technically a volunteer because volunteer, whether legitimately in a dictionary form or in people's psyche, it kind of means you work for free. So you're not a fucking volunteer. You're a goddamn paid police officer. I don't know why they're trying to say that. So yeah, so but as a covert human intelligence source, you're an informant. Basically, that's what it's fucking suggesting. The email has to help us by sharing information you already know. Each agent different and works with a case officer on how to safely get the information we need to prevent things such as future terrorism or espionage. So people like Delta, people like Brian, and Antia, Lisa, Steele, Page, quite a lot of them. I could go on with so many names. These men were doing some suspicious things and kept on repeat. All of them kept on having the same behavior, repeating the same behavior, repeating the same question. So obviously, some blue-eyed white man that works for the government was controlling them, and they were licking his ass. For whatever reason, I don't care. So what they should do, for that reason, and we can keep our country and its people safe without their help, blah blah blah. So guess what? Racism exists everywhere, some form of it. Some racist fucker that works within MI5 would go and recruit racist people to be human intelligence source and snitch on black activists or even Asian ones. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's how dirty they are. And they'll set you up. Was you have all these idiot guys who run around. You know what I mean? You have all these idiot guys who fucking run around this bitch. Yeah. And guess what? MI5 don't have to go far because MI5 would know who exactly every one of them are. They don't have to go and find man that wants to ship foreigners out of the country and willing to set them up and do certain things. It's not like they're gonna come in to tell anybody that doesn't look like them in it. So yeah, how do I know I'm asking? The regulation of Ripper, MI5 use agent handlers will follow cover. You determine how we work with our agents. Guess what? Yeah, I could explain many a reasons, but it's quite simple. Entrapment, isn't it? That's the baseline word. Innit? I don't know the approach is generally ever use blackmail or force people to get information. You just spy on the community and talk to people who have extreme shakur about who can say we take care of those unserious, we protect our privacy and security by strictly limiting who we tell about our relationship. I would never confirm its existence to the members of the public. For these reasons, we ask you to limit who you will tell as well. So Delta is obviously an informant for them, and so many more. And obviously, I consistently ask what's going on, and they consistently say they have no idea. But my own father drove me to some black woman in London who asked me if I had a gun. And I looked at my dad and I'm thinking, like, wait, what? So I just ignored the old bitch. I went to sleep on her couch. Right to the side of the couch, there was her. She was married to some white man. So evidence and disclosure. Yeah, all of that, all of that, all of that, all of that. Protecting, Yeah, so I'm telling you, they can be racist and then claim and just basically deny that they ever did anything. They can simply do it. And if that don't work, they can go to the judge, and if that don't work, they go to the Home Secretary. You know? And usually people in them positions that they choose to speak to, they already know the information they're going to. They already know that they're more likely going to do that. So yeah, all that. So covert intelligence sourcing agents are people, blah blah blah. Direct surveillance such as following and observing targets, inception of communication, monitoring email, phone call, communicating that information, blah blah blah. But that's a data set. So they're just collecting a massive amount of information on you for no reason. So I don't know about any other country, but based on what is on their fucking file, that suggests that MI5 can legally do research on you because that's what both does. You're not looking for anything specific. You're not looking for anything related to a crime. You just decide to target someone because in your country finds some suspicious behavior for just just for no reason at all. You could be walking down the road minding your business, and one of them just see I say, I don't like that guy. I ring MI5 on you, I ring the police on you, and say they feel this and that. Next thing you got MI5 on your tail for no reason at all. It's as simple as that. And they know that it's as simple as that. And then they start doing what? Collecting bulk personal data, i.e., they want to know your sleeping patterns, your behavioral patterns, your psychology, all of these things. And it's illegal because it breaches the National Research fucking Act. Because that's what they're basically doing. Gathering random fucking things on you. Somebody's studying you. What is the difference between studying somebody in an open world environment and studying somebody behind closed door environments? There's no difference. You're still being studied. So anyway, they have been studied large amount. So somehow Europeans have always had a history of testing on humans, and then somehow, the doctors can do. Guess who they get to do it? The police. Not the man people which can be assessed in any target. Intrusive surveillance. So we all know what intrusive surveillance is. They're putting up cameras in your house. So guess what? You ain't a criminal because are they not human beings that can get things wrong, just like anybody else, and target somebody who is actually innocent? They ain't gonna come tell you that we made a mistake. And who tells them when to lock that fucking camera off? Because every time you move from that house, they have to go and get a new fucking warrant from, at the time, would have been Suella and Braveman. So I've moved houses 12 times. So they're going to have 12 different warrants. And ever since I stepped in this country, whoever has been the Home Secretary, I write them a personal letter. Because every time I move house, they got to get a new warrant. And I only found that out the other day. So intrusive surveillance, such as putting in eavesdropping devices, obviously listening devices or listening through your computer, phone, and stuff. Like I say, in someone's home or car. The problem is how they gonna get into your home, innit? Equipment interference, such as covertly accessing the computer or device, otherwise remotely. Blah blah blah. Necessity and proportionality. That man can watch you for 15 million years, so I don't understand where the proportionality comes into play. Because the very word, if you look at the word intrusive, and what's the other word I was just looking at there? Um, yeah, so equipment and intrusive. So let me go see what the word equipment, what intrusive means, and what interference means. Yeah. So just for the mere fun of it, because let's see how proportional can this be. I know what it means. I just don't know the dictionary term. And so obviously I don't want to use my own interpretation of it. Yeah. So intruding, causing disruption or annoyance through being unwelcome or invited. So yeah, you get the point. They're doing stuff they're inside the house. Every country does it. Every country does it. Every country has surveillance. That is not the illegal part, yeah? The illegal part is they'll spend 20 years watching you. And you ain't committed one crime in 20 years. And they won't fuck off. You at the end of that 20 years stint, you finally drink drive. They're gonna think, that's not enough. We're not looking for that. Yeah, you've lost your job, lost your family. Now you go out there and decide to, invest in a bit of contraband Trust me, they're gonna lock your clout up now, and they're gonna tell you that well, we've technically been watching you for 20 years. So we've seen everything you've done and said. They're gonna say that. And the government obviously covers it up because guess what? 20 years of watching an individual, you're figuring out a lot of things that the only way you could do that in the psychological field is by paying an individual. You couldn't get it done. So quite a lot of psychological stuff and even medical stuff, human behavior, behavioral science, behavioral forensic, body language expert, all these people are having these things as case studies and they don't have no idea. You're just gonna go to some class and it's gonna say, oh, Johnny was sat in his house and Johnny looked like or Johnny was folding in his chair and lying down like this. What might have been wrong with Johnny? You don't know that came out of some actual person's fucking house that these men put in there, you know, you get me? They're constantly, I hate them. So anyway, phonetics, offsound, and pronouns between words or syllables or to facilitate blah blah blah. But you get the point, intrusive. They don't want you here, they didn't ask you to be there. You came in time, the man's place and did what you did. So in England, I found that there's something called what they say send them to Coventry, which basically means it's malicious ostracization or deliberate ostracization. So this government will deliberately have you ostracized for the community and then intrusively come and put fucking recording device because guess what? You're isolated, no friends, no family, no money. You're bound to get angry and try to kill one of their poor little blue-eyed white people. And then that's how they say, yo, I don't like you, man. I'm waiting for that knock or here waiting for that door to be kicked off at any time. I don't care. So that's intrusive. You get what intrusive is. So in the terms of mental health, intrusive thoughts usually mean like some sort of violence. Innit? So you see them little memes, intrusive. Innit? It means it's an unwelcome thought or a bad thing, basically. So then we have interference. So interference. So this is what I'm going to suffer from now while as I'm playing, and we're gonna see it blatantly. The action of interfering or the process of being interfered with. So in other words, provocation. Yeah, concerns about the government interference in church life and unwarranted interference with personal liberty, i.e., the government put sanctions on you, i.e., the government try to strip you of your finances through tying you up in litigation, fake cases, allegations, accusations that they didn't feel any need to go and investigate first before you had to spend your money on a lawyer and clear your name. They just gonna brought some funky charges against you. And guess what? They could have gone and done the same thing what the lawyer done and proved that oh well technically the guy's innocent so we can't prosecute him. They can just prosecute you anyway and drain your finances like that. The legal blocking of an opponent to clear a way for the ball carrier. You understand what I'm saying? So in ice hockey, so you can see the word interference, you're fucking with something. Yeah. In hockey and other sports, the illegal hindering of an opponent not in possession of the ball. So guess what? In football terms, a player is running off the ball to run in for a wonderful pass from Ericsson, De Bruyne, Modric. You know, one of the Tony Cross, one of these type of guys. And the defender just runs into the off the ball player, knocks him over. Why is it interference? Offside trap. Oh, the player that was stood in the offside, um, he touches the ball. Guess what? He's interfering with the play. He calls from offside. He doesn't go near the ball. He doesn't move. He's inactive. He's not interfering. So you can see interference is some sort of a disruption. So you know it's in their very. This is how the world is shaded. So in all of them things that they did, you would see interference and intrusive all over the place and evidence because it's all in what they do legally. They can combine in intrusion or intrusive and interference. So intrusive interference, i.e., they can come in your life and provoke you to fucking blind rage, and then they send a team of counter-terrorism officers to kick your door up and shout at you and tell you don't move, don't move. So yeah, so you get what interference. So we see computer interference, and this is where it gets really good. This is what they've been doing to me for years. I've got over 2,000, maybe 2,000 hours of varied video games, phone problems, computer problems, varied shit. Over 2,000 hours. Com- computer, computer interference. System interference is a term that refers to the act that seriously hinder the functioning of a computer. It can include inputting, transmitting, damaging, deleting, deteriorating, altering, or suppressing computer data. So they already know where this is going. So key and fundamental, yeah, can include putting shit on the device, transmitting shit on the device, damaging memory and stuff, and forcing me to wipe my shit, which make it look like I tried to delete the stuff or wipe the phone. Deleting shit out of your device, deteriorating. Guess what? That deteriorating in computer wise is, oh, your memory card is corrupt. Oh, this file is corrupt. And because corrupt, when a file is corrupt, it's actually not destroyed. You're just having less access to it. Somebody with computer ability would be able to restore it at some point through their expertise, but the general man can't. So you see what comes up with cybercrime. So they're altering shit on your phone, i.e., they're altering emails, messages, destinations, because for them to I guess target your emails and phone, it goes through their shit first. So they have the ability to fuck it up and make it look a certain way if they choose. You see, I'm not particular. I don't give a shit about some people because nobody cared about me. I'm not trying to give anybody no ideas. I'm just saying it's up to you what you pick from that. Suppressing, so i.e., they are abusing you because or harassing you. They are already given a warrant in by the judge or the home secretary. Guess what? They're inside your devices anyway. You go, oh shit, you're being abused or harassed by the police. Put it on your line. No views. They're the ones that do it. The suppressors. System interference can also involve denial of service. So DDS, what do you call it? DDoS attack. Yeah, which basically floods your internet with too much traffic and stuff. It kicks you off the internet. And other attacks or viruses that stops or slows your computer down. System interference is usually intentional, otherwise deliberate without right. So guess what? They have interference in the things that they do. They've got communication stuff in there. Nothing stops them from combining because as long as it's in that fucking list, nothing stops them from using it how they feel. As long as they have the right to do any of these things, nothing stops them from using it in a combination or in a miscellaneous, in a whichever pattern and group they fucking choose to. Yeah. So yeah, so you have equipment electronic interference. So here's where the ghosts is and the ghouls and all that comes in. Electronic. So all of a sudden your Wi-Fi bulb is flickering in your house, and now you're gonna move because guess what? You think your house is haunted. So electromagnetic interference. We're not talking about electromagnetic. I said electronic. So anyway, computer interference and electronic interference is the same thing. EMP or EMI is a complete different thing. Yeah. So, but you can see electromagnetic interference is a blanket term for any signal as escape is and then intended part and interferes with nearby electronics, i.e., signal jammers. Well, yeah, then you have these guys, and then you have this, quite a few of them, right? Yeah, all this, they're messing around with that. Then this poor guy, and then stress testing, resistance. So stress test is what they figured out doing metal when they made metals and they found metals and certain type of stone. So computer interference, guess what? Causing you to lag all the time and blah blah blah. But guess what? They are malicious, they're vindictive, they're vicious men. Oh, they don't want you to be going around enjoying your life while they are trying to catch you. So they need it in a miserable state. They need it angry. They need it filled with rage. They need it isolated because that's the only way you're going to commit a crime that they can go and their justify their existence. Basically, that's the only way they can justify their existence is by stitching man up. And obviously, they think they're smarter than other police and soldiers and stuff. They ain't gonna come and plant a fucking brick in your car or shell casings. They ain't gonna do that. What they gonna do is do it like that. Set you up through the computer, piss you off, and guess what? And show you adverts on social media of little British boys with blue eyes all happy and living life and you're thinking what's going on with my stuff? Why is this not happening to that guy? But why is it happening to me? Blah blah blah. Guess what? You're not gonna think that they would do stuff like that. And then that's how they get it because most people would think they do it. And yeah. So the hacking of your devices, blah blah blah, malicious communications, and the psychology. Abuser make their victims doubt what they know and establish. So, i.e., the fuckers will sit there and close door, manipulating your phone and all your devices, and then go and say they send their covert intelligence people, i.e., informer, like some girl and quite a few of these girls, and then they come over and pretend like it's all love and it's all blah blah blah, and then they go and tell them lies or they plot it to make it look like, oh, as long as they can establish some sort of relationship between you, they can make it look like that person said it. Guess what? They're a part of it. They're just as guilty of it or not. So blah 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 blah. So isolating the victim, restricting access to information, enforcing rules of punishment, blocking partners from making decisions, keeping their partners sleepy and malnourished, punishing their partners to consume alcohol. Guess what? All of these bad things are happening. You're isolated. People you thought you could trust, you now feel like they betrayed you and stopped you in the back. Guess what? Most people turn to drugs. They're well aware of the strategy that they're using exhaust you. Guess what? You're running around trying to get answers. Mm. So little blue eye batty boy sat there watching, taking pictures of you. You're running around all over the town, acting erratic, acting this, acting that. Because they don't care how it plays out. They don't care if you go to prison or a mental facility. It's still some institution that is run by the government. You still have your rights restricted. It's the same outcome anyway. Technically, the hospital is worse because not only you're not allowed now, they're gonna drug you into fucking silence, and that's usually the worst outcome of the lot, innit? In my opinion. I don't know about nobody else. Exhausting them physically, forced labor, humiliating them. You know what I mean? By spreading your information out to people, gaslighting. So obviously, gaslighting is the main tactic there because they're the ones that's interfering with your shit. They're the ones that's doing that. You think, oh shit, somebody's after you. You think, oh, somebody that you know maybe fucking with you. It's gaslighting because you're not gonna think that it's the fucking government. You're gonna think that it's somebody you know, innit? Yeah, making their partners crack on the mental pressure. It's torture. It's psychological warfare. For example, by denying them the needed medication, forcing them to listen and talk to radio station, blah blah blah, forcing you into isolation, surrounding you by pure government people and informants. You think that you've made a life in this country and you have pure friends. But the truth is you've been surrounded by the government since God knows some indefinite period. And everybody you've met after that point is just there and their agents. Every time they think you might be suspicious, that person, oh, they've got some issue, they move to somewhere, they got a new job somewhere else in the fucking country, and they come and install another person right away. And some people don't last very long. Yeah. So anyway, so yeah. side effects. So the FPAC is them and the NHS. If they can't get you in prison, they have you falsely locked up. Yeah, blah blah blah. That's the result of antipsychotics, abuse. Yeah, so this guy, blah blah blah, he published this, blah 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 blah, all that, all that, all that. Shadow banning. So because they have warrants to interfere with your communication and stuff, guess what? They have full access to any device you have. They can do anything to it. It's not like the judge or the home office or the home secretary is going to sit over their shoulders every day. They're gonna believe that whatever they're doing is necessary to protect whoever they claim they are protecting. They're gonna believe it's necessary, and by the time that gets down boils down to it, you've done something that won't save you anyway. And that's obviously the motive and hope. Shadow banning again, blah blah blah. So meaning to ostracize, deliberately exclude someone from a group by a common consent, so i.e. all the government people agree that you must be restricted, sanctioned and banned. You see it happen, people get sanctioned all the time. You see countries get sanctioned. You have what you call embargoes, it's a form of sanctioning. Otherwise, the original term before all these sanctions and restrictions, ostracization. Yeah, so there's so much I could go through, so fucking much of it. But I'll jump into a few games because it's quite late and I was like, I only came on for just to fuck around. So we'll just play a few games and show that, yeah, it's them. Blah, blah, blah. I'm saying, waiting for the door to be kicked off. Because if they don't identify themselves, then it is what it is, isn't it? Uh, yeah. Yeah. You know they can't win. It doesn't matter how it plays out. Nobody has ever put together what they do in that way. And I'm quite angry if the truth be told. Uh, so you can see what they say now. And Cassie said it about P. Diddy. They're forcing him to take drugs, and that's what abusers do. So maybe Cassie has got advice by somebody so they know what to say because she's probably got a very good lawyer. Where he would know what to say to make it look like, oh, P. Diddy forced her to take drugs. It's possible the bitch took it on her own. But good luck to P. Diddy. It's possible that she took it on her own, isn't it? And then obviously they know that it would be found in our system. So instead of denying it, they weaponize it and say P did it to her. Because that can be done. They can instead of denying it, they just weaponize the situation against him. Yeah. So I got them to do that to do yeah. So the police tell him that they're not going to stop doing their job because where did the human intelligence come from? You obviously know you're gonna lose it. You're gonna just embarrass them. And I don't care about that. I was embarrassed. Welcome to the pit, innit? I mean, it gets really dark down there. Welcome to the pit, man. So this I opened one last night. I got that 87 German player. It's a female one. Obviously, it's not a very good card. I'm gonna get another shit card. Not getting higher than 88. And it certainly ain't gonna be one of them Baileys or anybody good. Some rubbish card, useless, basically fodder. Yeah, another German. Um, I have no idea who's that brand. Yeah, another useless card. So yeah, um, yeah, useless basically. Quite a lot of useless fucking cards if you ask me. So I'm hoping that shit. Another German again, right? Man, I probably have him already. That's Sani or Janabi. I've got both of them. You, you guys annoying, but so Carpenter. So we had Jesus there and Gnabry. That shit finally works. It never used to work. Where you see in this video here, where my guy wrote with Vinicius Jr. and all that, that never used to work at all. Go through all of my videos, you'd never seen it work prior to that. What is it now? So we got to what we're doing now. SBC. I'm actually tired. I can't be bothered with them right there. So what's this now? Uh, so hold on. So that one. Mm, this one, 86. So 86. X. So I showed you Peugeot. Um, um, Peugeot. Um, Peugeot. Okay, okay. This guy's useless. That one. Carpenter. Auburn. Alright. And she She, she probably shouldn't use her. Um, she, Burgess, you guys, Fred, right, so, yeah, so, okay. So if I put Gina, Gina over there, Gina over there, and I put Auburn instead, should be able to take that one. Why can't I take that one? Mm, not that French girl. And then that German one. Yeah, and that one right here. That's it. Leave it. Alright. So touch. Mm, so I could. So I repeated that one time and that. Open something and see what's there. I don't want to hear nothing from that. You all like me. Oh, fucking. Why are these guys infesting the place? Bro? It's just an infestation of these guys. I'm a German again. Every single pack I've opened is a fucking German. So them two guys. I won't bother wasting that. So SBC road to the finals. Yeah. So I got 87 first. So this is what I got out of that one. That. So I got out of the part German. And I went to 86. So I'm probably gonna get the next 85 German. So let's see what the next 85 German special is after them lot. Let's see what that is. So okay, cool. So what was it? 87? Right, 8 is a hood. So SBC are objective. Can't get ballot in the player of the month. Cause I mean, definitely remove cause Tesla out of the line. He is what? Mm, I basically got the worst you could get. Basically the worst. He's team of the week or something like that. Team of the week. Can't get him. Hero. What is it? Minge. Don't know what that is. Squad founder. Yeah, so can't get any of them because it's 84. So I basically got the two worst ones so far. Is anybody shocked? No, we're not. Yeah, I mean, so there. Let's go to the other one. No. Inter Milan. Um, they're getting no, they're getting it. Oh, I'm so tired. Um, should throw one of them guys in. Need Nigerians or something, man. We get another fucking German to might as well put him in. You, 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 save her. You, um, um, right there. Uh, that, 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 that. I think I have heard, innit? I think I've already got a Baltimore. So French League, special. I think I should already have that Baltimore game. Oh, keep it in. Now we're up to now. So 83, so two 83s, two 84s. Yeah, I need another 83 there. And another 83. I like her. I don't really want to give her up. But don't really know what I'll be saving her for. This guy, not sure what purpose of him going to be. So I'll make sure I go with this Dutch kid. I got class and yeah, go class and okay. Yeah. And and so I got Molina getting back quicker. Only packed him once, only packed him once, only packed him once, only packed him once, pack him all the time. So I can run the wrist there. Um, another 83. Don't really want to use class. Don't really want to use class. I want to save here for a reason. Might use this for this, which is my back. So my back. Okay, my back. Who's better to save? Barca. Right. Should save one of them. I save one of them there. Can I get another 83 up? No, right, that's it, that's it. Yeah. Right. I don't even know why I'm playing now. I'm not gonna do it with foot champs now. I need to do that one more time. So let me see if my foot champs have been played. So matches. Right, so I haven't played. I don't plan on playing it tonight. Um, it's like half fun and point and starting now. Don't. So we got 6 days to get 2,100 points. I'll go for a 386 instead of the 287, depending on the what you call it, depending on the shit that we got available. So this I'm on 2,100, only 500. And you only maximum was 5 there. I'd have to buy that. So you don't get the full finger for it. 700, 700. I'm not sure if I'm gonna buy that. Hmm. And then all this weekly game 5. So if I play 10 games by the end of the week, and I should be able to clear that off. Yeah, so if I play them 10 games, it'll be fine. Right, so then we're up to now. We are in club evolution. So wing back, um, 86, no, 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 wing back, no, honestly, no. And then, so where we up to now? Oh, we finished all. Alright, so I've got a claim to 86 now. And his work rate's gone up high. So I've got to score at least one goal in 5 matches, play 5 others. So I just play 5 games. Yeah, alright, cool. Then that, so I just need to play them games, rivals, and see what rivals say. I'll go with this one. No, no, no. 600 points. Alright, yeah, whatever. I'll go with that. Why is there so much? Why is there so much infestation of these guys? With that? I just want to turn my shit on without seeing one of you man with that. I'm sorry, I have the right to choose who I consume my information from. I have that right, and y'all are taking away every other right, but you can't take that one. You certainly can't. So thanks for not fucking up. Which allowed me to at least hold on to any right I have. And trust me, I'll exercise that right. You'd think I was an American. You'd think that. Exercise that bitch to the end. Of course it would. Whether it's true or not, it would hit any nerve. Alright, yeah, so let me show you the interference within the game. It's not like I don't have, I've got hours of it anyway. I'm sure I take this guy out of the game. Mm. Alright, so I finished all the triple threat stuff. I don't like Madison style, so I remove Madison. No, remove Madison. I do like her, she's pretty good, but can't fit her in. Don't like Madison's card. Right, so what are we up to now? So, defy. Alright, so okay, who do I got? I got that next German kid and got the girl, don't want to use any of them. Darwin. What could I put Darwin in for? So, Syria. I don't really like Klaus either. I think he's rubbish. Um, he's right. So Syria, what who can I use for Syria? So Syria, yeah. I see. Okay, so I'll test out this guy. I really like Diamond. You there, so cool. So I don't know how they got full chem, but they seem to have got full chem. So for some reason my chem's working now. It weren't working before. Um, my chem weren't working before. I can take shit out. Don't really want to use it anymore. You there? Right. Okay. So um, Darwin Nunes. Um, right. So you there? Right. Okay. Dutch. And like I said, yeah. For some reason, chem is working now. I used to have so much issues with it. So I take Ledley King out, put him in there. Um, I got my guy there, Military, chuck Military in there. Right. So I could put him in. Who else have I got can play Cam now? So it's Brand even Brand's 4 star 4 star. Don't want to test out Brand. Don't want to test out Brand. Um, Nasir. No. I'll test out Brand. Okay, I'll test Brand out. And then Bundesliga, Brand. And Sonny play. Sonny can't play that. Can't play that either. Um, so realistically, I want to push him out there. Um, mm, yeah. Um, Jules there. So this kid, sentiment. Um, uh, okay. Brand art is brand. Modesty is better. I don't really like modesty. Don't particularly want to use modesty. Just need fastest player on the pitch. The fastest player I've got is so Holland, Osimhen, um, what's she called? Kundanaji, 91, 94. So you Kundanaji, then he's Foster, and then Foster. Where's that other girl? That 84 girl. The fastest player I've got is Lozano, so I'll go with Lozano. Right, so 30 if I can get. So if I swap anyhow, I should have a Portuguese player of some sort. Right, Marco de Silva. 31. He's off one. So, so if I should him in there, I really can't let us play him. Let me know I'm fucking up. Going Portuguese. Ruben Amara. Right, Amara. Then Syria. Actually, Syria, yeah. Does it give full credit to him? No. Yeah, fuck off. No, I can't remember what I Uh, let's watch this. Hurry up, come on, I can't even go in. So for some reason, my you can see my pings behind my controller. It's not meant to be there, so this is the racist team that's doing it. They're the one that has that's moved the ping to hide the interference with my internet connection, otherwise called lag. Yeah. So you saw his far shot. Look at the difference between his far shot and mine. Over the top. Ball taking an age to come down. He wouldn't stretch his leg out. You shoot the middle. Yeah. So again, over the top. Go wide. Put it to Julie. But then, looking for some sort of space. Or go wide, there's no space there. So I'm going for the far shot just like he did. You can see them players all the way out there. There. Yeah. For some reason, the player passed it straight to him. He's off on a fucking sprint again. Some random bullshit pass. So he's going to the left. And controller through the middle now. Look at Julie. I'm going for the far shot. Fuck dribble. Immediately blocked it. Yeah. So that's just them messing up the controller. The controller is dead heavy, dead stiff. As you can see, every time I try and turn and dribble, it just looks awkward. You can just see how awkward it looks on the screen. Yeah. So it just looks so awkward. Like you can just see it, like it's not as fluent like as the opponents. So you can see how fluent he is when he's dribbling, but mine just looks dead square. Like it just looks awkward. You can just see it in it. Yeah. So send him on the run, send the pie on the run, send the pie on the run through the center there, wide, wide, all the way there. Simple tackling. He's slide tackling all over the show. Dishon, yeah, slide tackle again. This guy is performing more slide tackle and John Reed both. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you can see the cluster of men in front of the box. Cluster of men in front of the box, and somehow he breaks through. Yeah, you can see the cluster of players in front of the box. You know? I mean, so I don't know what happened. Dijon is injured. Get around in there. Lorente. Look, no movement from the players up front. No movement at all. No movement at all. All the way up, blocked it. You notice no movement there. So after I'm going to change. I'm going to change the finger. Yeah, yeah. Over his head. Over his head. Turning there. Yeah. Oh, good save. That was a good tackle. Yeah. Again, looking wide. Watch him get the header for no reason. Look, three players around him. Three players around him. Somehow gets the header. And he's going short this time. Looking for the same thing. Step out wide with him. Force him in there. Yeah. Players gonna block the ball. Yeah, he doesn't want to watch his replay because he knows it's rubbish. Yeah, all these weird slide tackles that he got everyone right so far. Yeah, through the middle. Just watch this, just watch this. Yeah, nobody there to give it to. Yeah, nobody there to give it to. When players on the floor for some odd reason. Perfect pass out. He's on the floor now. Nobody there. You can see the awkward movement on the controller where it won't move. You see the awkward controller. I don't seem to have fluent ball control and dribble for some odd reason, which obviously is a massive disadvantage because it makes it difficult for you to tackle, pass, and run and I guess beat opponents. I mean, so you can see the level of agility that his players got. So yeah, just watch it. You can just see it's just this weird struggle. Julie through the middle, Julie through the middle, right? So pressing run. Dejan no, ball goes straight to the defender. I mean, yeah. So no, it's his. He keeps going. He keeps doing the same play over and over. And this his play keep working over and over the same exact move. But every time I get down in a position, you notice there's never anybody breaking through like he's breaking through. And I don't think there's much pace difference between us. Yeah. So should get that ball before him now. So I'm looking for somebody to go. I'm pressing run. And as you can see, uh, right. So what was I doing? Tactics. Yeah. And you forward, forward run. And you down and wing. Get forward. Stay back. Overlap aggressive. Stay back. Overlap aggressive. And cut passing lanes. You down. Center. Julie get forward. Get forward. Right. Yeah. So there. And whoever got in the middle, nobody in the middle. And I go good to there. I'm probably gonna have to do that tactics all over again because time around. Yeah, so then you can just see the awkwardness, like you can just see it in it. Like when I move my controller, like it takes ages for the controller to move. Yeah, there you go, all the way wide, back to him, turning around, all the way wide again. Nobody should get there before me. There, uh, keeper, the players are just diving on the floor and winning every fucking thing. Yeah, alright, let's go through the middle. The pie, so now push it past him. Yeah, get there before him, get there before him, get there before him. And I'm just dressing back, just dressing back, just dressing back, just dressing back. He's going through the middle there. Yeah. Who's they saying? Palacios for Dijon now. Yeah. All the way across there. So put everybody forward, one extra forward, all the way across there. Look for the pie. He's already on me before the ball even drops. For some reason, I can't get Theo Hernandez to do the same, but he's able to do it faster than me. You can see there's clearly some sort of problem with the game where he's moving faster. I don't need to make up stories, but you can see I call it squareness. I don't know how to explain it, but you can see the fluency within the player movement. It's not quite like how it is, isn't it? So Depay all the way out there, he's already able to run before the ball gets down. Yeah, he's looking for the slide. Yep, already I could tell that was what he was going to do. How do I know that he's going to slide but seem to can't affect the slide? Am I an idiot? I mean, so let's look at the fluency from his dribbling. So I obviously know he's going to slide, right? Yeah, I already know he's going to slide. I already know he's going to slide, but somehow, right, turning back. I already know he's going to slide, but somehow I can't get around the slide for some odd reason because they've done something to the game. And the government is ignoring because who makes threats about certain things if it's not and nothing is done if it's not true? Because they know it's true. Yeah, right. Yeah. So ball roll in the middle. Yeah, turning back. I've got four players surrounding me. Don't know how you get that done. I have no idea how you have four people tackling you in a game. So yeah, he's able. As soon as I win the ball, he's able to run. Right. So now look at the play all the way to Julie, the offside. Control the ball roll away from him, through the middle. He's there already. I'll tell you, for some way, there's some way he's able to consistently, when the ball is in transit, he knows exactly where the ball lands, and he's just weird. You can just tell that it's not, it doesn't make sense in it. Yeah, you can just tell it doesn't make sense. That his fluency in his transitioning, ball movement, the whole thing is a bit odd. Yeah. So I'm gonna get him off. Make the changes now. Right. So right. We'll go Lozano. You. Right. Who's on the left? Don't particularly like Hernandez and I don't like Barella. So go to you there. And go to you there. So get forward that. Lozano in the box. In there. Same on you. Put inside you. Back there. Back there. Back there. Yeah, and get out of for it. Yeah, so I get the changes. Right, so Messi had ultimate agility. Just watch this Messi, yeah. Just watch this, innit? Yeah, you can see there's madness in the box in the middle of the pitch. Yeah, yeah. There you go. So if you go back all the way to that, just watch this, yeah. Yeah. So look at this, yeah. So bang, gave it to him, back to him. Look at where he tackled. So you can see he's doing some random shit. Look at where it is. He tackled there. For some reason, my player is now on the floor. My player is now on the floor. Bang, goes back to him. Hits me perfectly back to him. And the game's dodgy. You can clearly see something's wrong. So look at the agility that he's Dembele. Some random touch off his right. Random touch off his right. Yeah. Perfect true. Under pressure. Actually, I somehow executes the finish. Like, it's a joke, but like, clearly being treated there. Clear as day. And the guy who I'm playing is this guy, Mick Sweeney. So this is some Irish kid. Mick Sweeney is Irish who have Mick in front of the name. It's clear racism. If you go through any of my videos, you'd have seen the games would have been worse, but I've been losing games 10-0 and all that. it would have been worse, isn't it? This is the best it has ever been in years. Obviously, I'm determined to expose them for them. I ain't scared of them. Over the top. So, can't seem to get the ball there. Look at it. Yeah. Uh, Offside. I mean, perfect tackling, perfect control. I mean, this guy's making random slide tackles and still being the one who comes out with the ball bounces back to me. Back to him. Right, over the top to whoever that is, Julie. Look out wide. Right, watch this here. Lozano. There. Messi's, right, watch this now. Messi's got ultimate agility. Messi's got ultimate agility. Look, this guy just pressing slide tackle anywhere he feels like and wins the ball. Like, anywhere on the pitch he feels like pressing it, he wins the ball, innit? Anywhere. Look. I tell you, it's more than proving, more than proving. Like, there's no way I could have known it was going to happen before the game even plays, yeah? So look, if you look there, look at this, yeah? Took and play out, cool, you can see people are colliding with each other. So everywhere I turn, look at the amount of agility that Ledley King's got. Messi cannot break free of Ledley King, yeah? Cool, yeah? So just a simple spin and turn. He left the ball there. Look at him. Look. Simple spin, just a simple spin, open your body and curve the ball. And look how aggressive the defender is. The defender is at the fucking outside of the net trying to win the ball, bro. I mean, the defender is literally outside of the net trying to win the ball. Yeah, bang, three players there. Yeah, okay, who gets the ball? One random tackle leads into him getting the ball. I mean, perfect for him now. All of his players are in space. Bang, yeah. Counter attack of dreams, but yeah. Right, so watch this now. My counter attack now, yeah. My counter attack. The Lazona is 900 pace. Yeah, 900 pace. Like, look, this guy just making pure random tackles. Has he even got one card yet out of all them slider? Boom, no card. I think this guy got one yellow card yet, like, and he's slide tackled the whole game. I tell you, they've done something to the game. It's obvious they can't win. He slide tackle every tackle he's made is a fucking slide tackle, and he's not got one card the whole game. You know what I mean, one fucking card. So when Churchill beat when Churchill made Hitler commit suicide, he put up that V for victory shit. Yeah, he got my man to, instead of facing the prosecution and the charges, yeah, Hitler committed suicide. That was the same. And after Hitler, the news broke that Hitler is dead. He committed suicide. He did this. Yeah. So Churchill did this V for victory. So it's actually a V. It's not a peace sign. It's a fucking V. Watch this black bitch now. Yeah, just watch this. Look at her hands. Yeah. Why is she doing with her hands? What were they doing with her hands? So they got Hitler to commit suicide, and Churchill celebrated like he's some soldier. So you can see the reference and what they're trying to do. That'll never happen below a Batsy boy. You're either gonna face me or you're gonna sing your team and put me in prison. There's no third option here. I know everything. This light you man without measurement. Only V is for Vauxhall. I mean, what fucking V for victory. Dreams pussies. Anybody I see putting up them peace sign, well, I say, oh, you're a part of the team. And I've already know quite a few of them, don't you worry. I know quite a few of them out there, innit? So let's see how Britain works it out, yeah? Let's see how it works out, innit? Because how do you protect them? I know who they are, I can point them out. So how does that work out for you, man? With your blatant lies. I mean, later, my racist, but and Gary users out here pretending to be friends with minorities. A racist. He would not use a known racist celebration. Winston Churchill was a open and overt racist. I mean, outright racist in front of everyone. But people are using his symbol. What did he do? He got fucking Hitler to commit suicide and he claimed victory from that. So you can see Britain is well into having people they see as enemy commit suicide. They can't win. They know they screwed it. They know they screwed it. They know they fucked it. They know because who can argue with that? That Hitler did not die by a gunshot. Hitler did not die by electrocution, execution. Because I reckon at that time they were still executing people. The fuck knows, but they probably was. But when the news broke that Hitler was dead, Churchill was a big, most famous picture of Churchill is in doing that. So you can see Britain does have a history of getting people to commit suicide. So anybody that's ever been on any investigation and end up doing it, I'm saying they did it on purpose because they tried to do it to me. And so you can see why they definitely don't want me in court and putting these things on public record. Because if they do that, they won't be the best out there because they claim to be the best. So they can't afford for their lies to be exposed. And then they realize everyone knows that well they've been lying and can't protect them. I ain't letting nobody tell my story for me. So I ain't letting no European tell my story for me. I tell my story myself. Bro. None of you fools ain't telling my story for me. I know that you're gonna make yourself like oh some white man rode in on a horse and saved me. I mean, 'cause you man do it all the time. Man. Ain't nobody saved me, bro. No mom, no dad, no auntie, no uncle, no good Samaritan, no change of heart. Nobody realized oh shit, this was all wrong and came. Nobody. I said fuck yourself. It's not like the Western countries don't have a history of state executions, you know. So after World War I, they figured out what they could do to get people to kill themselves. And when it don't work, when they refuse to do it themselves, they do it for them. I mean, I'm on it, innit? Trust me, I'm on it. I'm scared of you, man, bro. They tried to set me up to make me look like a scammer, an abuser, a liar, thief, all these weird things. And because they know they went and told the public this to cover what they were doing, the public knows what they said. And they can't allow it to go in the court because people will get their hands on the information and realize, wait, what's going on? All of that was a lie, you get me? Innit? And we have a history of them covering up pure shit. Yeah. So you can see, watch this, yeah. Just watch the fluent, yeah. So bar roll takes 90 seconds to get the bar roll done. Alright, bar roll. You still can't bar roll after about 3-4 seconds. So bar roll, yeah. Just waiting for a bar roll, long pass all the way across the. Is he offside? Offside. Right. I was watching this, yeah. Once bar roll, you see my control bar roll. You're gonna realize that there's like 4 or 5 seconds in between me pressing the command on the controller and the actual bar roll. So you can see why that cunt was sliding around the place and winning the ball all the time. Yeah. So the dirty guys, but I don't like them, bro. I don't rate them. Other people might be scared to get deported, but welcome it. Ball roll. I mean, through the center there to Julie. Alright, come on. Yeah. Right, so just need to go with him. Just need to go with him. As he turns back. Yeah. For some reason the ball bounced off the player without him deciding it was necessary. Right, borrow. Right, so here, borrow. Wide there. Turning back. Julie ran into traffic for some odd reason. There. Over his head. Head it. In the back of the net. Right, come in. The fact they're clever, bro. Yeah. You see the game is moving. Weird, glitching up and shit. Back there. Touch it there. Julie there. There. All the way across. Right, so I'm gonna stop it. Borrow. Right. Middle. All of everyone's over on that side, so turn it back there. Call back Julie. Through the center. Back to him. There. Alright, yeah. Get the ball now. Some reason the game just sped up there. So that's what you call sliders. So they've obviously, because they're modding the game, they can fuck with the sliders in the game. So it went from a slider to him scoring the goal. I tell you, you can see the fluentness. Aspas don't have that high of a dribbling agility and balance, but you can see how fluent he's moving, yeah, with no issues at all. As watch this over the top, ball control. Hold him off, hold him off, hold him off. I just need to hold him off. Yeah, it's too crowded there. In the middle, out there to him. By the pie. Yeah, cool. Turn him up. Yeah, come on. All the way back, 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 all the way back. Yeah, where's the ball? Ball back to him. Ball back to him. Ball back to him. Yeah, whatever that skill is called. No, can't beat a soul. Some random shot. Can't fucking beat a soul. Not dribble past one person yet, bro. And I wouldn't be making problems if I knew I couldn't. Yeah, so I'm still trying to dribble past one man and just get past it. Just some sort of dribbling activity where I get past the opponent. You know what I mean? Yeah, just some sort of dribbling where I can get past in there. Whatever this is called. Yeah, no. I mean, it's constantly taking the ball off me every time I try to dribble. And you notice they're just walking around. These men are princesses and ballerinas on the ball, blood. Like, you know what I mean? Just gracefully skipping past me. Just look, just gracefully skipping past me. Gracefully, you know what I mean? No issues, no drama. Yeah, look, just gracefully skipping past me. Every time I try to dribble, the ball is just taken away in the simplest form ever. You know what I mean? Just gracefully skipping. So there is them interfering with the game. Just gracefully. Every time I do something, they take the ball off me. And they just look, boom, can't stop him. Even when I'm on his toes, can't get the ball off him. Just runs through the middle now. Look at Aspas now. Like lightning fast dribbling and graceful dribbling. Perfect touch. All the way back. Bam. Alright, so Dijon. Everybody knows that Dijon is a very good dribbler on the ball. So guess what? Alright. Control it. Yeah. How long is it before it takes it down? Whatever that is. All the way there. Call back Rodrigo. Yeah. Call back Rodrigo. There. Back to him. There. Yep. Some random pass to somebody that's not even on the pitch. They passed it to a ghost. Yeah. Okay. Armin on the floor. Back to him. Julie down the line. I didn't do that. That did it itself. Straight back to him. I mean, no, it's not one of his passes that have been intercepted yet. You can just see the glitching on the game all the way through. All the way. Where's the ball going? Let's see who gets the ball. Okay, cool. Right, yeah. There. Yeah. Watch this now. Back to Barella. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Over the top. Alright, too easy to prove it. And for what reason? That's on his weak foot. What reason does he have to sky the ball there? Rodrigo is not that strong. His shot power is not that much high. So it should have really been a simple tapping in the back. So now just watch this. Yeah, just watch this. He tries it. Alright, cool. But then Rodrigo makes sense of it. Yeah. Whatever that is called, ball roll away from Julie. Whoever that is over there. Step over. All the way wide. Right. Somehow the keeper fucking saves it. So you saw the gracefulness of Aspas twice. And Dijon is clear open and the keeper somehow. So roll it in there. Blocked again. You know what I mean? So it's not like we're surprised that we're being blocked. We were just pointing it out that it's happening too often. So this is the team that's interfering with my communications. You know what I mean? So the operative word is interference and communication in modern times is electronic. Most communication nowadays is done through electronic means. So the interference would mean electronic. Like I say, when you read their stuff, as long as these specific words are in the charter or in what they can do, it doesn't matter how they use it, unless you point it out how they use it. Right, so this part I'm gonna take this part off, take Julie off and go for paste, paste, paste. Then so everyone's fast up front now. Get in the box, same thing, Paxio, get forward, Pereira, cut pass and then back, wing, and then these guys back, yeah. So Beretta, yeah, all the way wide, looking for Dijon down the line, give it back to him. Now look at Lozano, yeah. Lozano should be 1,000, yeah. Lozano is a fast car on the pitch. He's not really a player. He should just be running away. Can't run away. Turning back again. Is he saving it? Yes, he does. Now you want to see that little British guy from Liverpool having none of them shots saved good. And none of them. Every one of them ends up in the back. Every one of them shots. Yeah. So simple for him, you know. Madison, even when they hunter, Madison's pace is maximum 87. Maximum 87 with a hunter. Maximum 87 with a hunter. For some reason I can't stop the cunt with the ball. You can see a perfect dribbling by these little British lads. So the team, because MI5 is meant to protect the nationals and British people, and also includes protecting their egos and not having them be trashed on the game. For some reason, I didn't know that, but apparently I found out that is the case. Over his head, save it again. Yup. I mean, it's apparently national security has something to do with gameplay. I didn't know that they have to protect their egos. Innit? Well, I don't know if Parliament passed that as a bill, but clearly abusing their power. I didn't know that egos was a part of the protection that national security gives to these guys over here, innit? But it's clearly the case. So, I mean, their ego would have been bruised because the covert teams would have got caught. So, you know what I mean? They can't have their teams demoralized, you get me? They can't have them beaten covertly, and they can't have them be beaten again on the game, you know what I mean? So, something has to give, you know? That's for victory. I mean, You can't get the ball. Like, look at his fluentness there. I mean, look at the fluentness of him. Yeah, you turn him back, you turn him back, you turn him back. Yup, through the center for him, too easy. Yeah, I told you, the too fluent for them. As you can see, look at where I was with my defender. How do I not get that ball? I mean, so look at where he is with the defender. Yeah. So look, I got some reason I ended up with three players. Yeah, I'm running with one, pressing with one, and it somehow happened that the one that I'm pressing with, he end up being my centre back instead of Hernandez. So instead of pressing with my centre back as in your RB press, the game selected Damian to press him. And you can see Hernandez is randomly doing something. So the game chose that, and which exposed me completely. Now he's here. Yeah, and look at this now, Hernandez. If that was Damian, he probably would have got the ball. So instead of Hernandez plays on the wing, instead of second man pressed with Hernandez, he went and drew him a centre back out of position to allow them to score. Like I said, they've been beaten with their what they call covert operations and blah blah blah. So they can't have the team demoralized, you know what I mean? So this is the result, isn't it? They're racist. Look. I say it's up to them to prove that it isn't. It's not. I'm not trying to prove that for you, remember? Oh yeah. So watch this now. Yeah, so Lozano got 94 pace, yeah? So 94 pace. All I need to do is use his pace. All I need to do is use his pace. All I need to do is use his pace. Alright, but you can see the struggling how the game slows down, and you can just see the sluggishness of a 94 pace player, which does it shouldn't happen. It shouldn't be like that. I should be able to just run as fast as I want with him, but you can see like how slow he's moving with the ball. And now look, guess what? They don't like the fact that I did that. Makes it completely easy for her. That my RB keeps selecting the worst option and draws out my player and leaves a space in the middle. Because what that does is basically force me to stop using the RB, which means oh they can say oh well he can't press the players so that's why they keep doing that. Well, I'm always gonna press RB. I'm no fool. I mean, look, so you see he pressing RB and his player he is dragging his centre back out of position. He's using the wing back. Because that's what you're meant to use the RB on the wings. It's common sense, isn't it? I mean, that's what you're meant to use. So look, it's dragging El Militao instead of the blatant fucking centre back, right, left back or wing back. He's dragging my centre back. I'm gonna press it again. Yeah. Right, so now I've got all the pace in the world, right? All the pace, just all the pace, all the pace, all the pace, all the pace, all the pace. Ball roll in the center, ball roll in the center, ball roll there. Right, fair enough, come on. Like, these guys are not good players, but like these guys have no business beating me, bro. Absolutely no business. And that's how I figured out that there's something weird was going on with the game. Because I know how good I am, but I know somebody that's on my level of play. I understand football, not only football, I understand the game. Yeah, so in the middle, right, I'm waiting for the right option there. I'm not getting the right option, turning back, not getting the right option. Yeah, right, watch this now. So I'm gonna go wide. I've got enough time. I've got enough time to carve out the situation. Right, yeah. So Hernandez. So right, let's look at where Lozano is positioned. Yeah, look at where Lozano is positioned. Pereira. Yeah. Somehow he blocked it. Like you can see that how weird is that, yeah? You're not seeing me once in these two games be that close to that player where the AI is somehow hugging me. I mean, the AI is hugging me. Look, AI is hugging me. It can go all the way back to it. I can go all the way back to it. Like it's done something to the game. It's blatantly obvious. If I could cry, I would cry. Trust me. So just watch this, yeah. So I got where is it? Yeah, right. So watch this, yeah. I have the ball there, Rin. Yeah. How did he know that I am going to Wait, let me see if we can get it there. How did he know that I was going to pass it to him? He obviously was not tackling. He obviously wasn't using. This is the AI doing this for him. I mean, this is the AI. This is the AI. You can see I have the ball. He's obviously over there trying to get what. This is the AI doing it for him. Bang! Immediately. I say striker. Why is the striker defensive reaction so fucking fast? You can tell it's wrong. Innit? It's not meant to be like that. These guys have no business beating me, but like absolutely none. And they know it. They're just haters with them blue eyes souls, isn't it? They're just haters. But they have no business beating me because the cover, the great secret service of Britain has been beaten by some nigger from some outside country. You get me? Them man can't take them L's with them. L's are too big. I mean, them grandiose egos that they have. I mean, the man turn on James Bond, you get me? Alright, let's watch this, yeah, let's watch this. Through the center. Right, push it past him. Nope, won't allow me to push it past him. I mean, but you see him push it past me a million times. And the reason why they can't say anything, because this country you have defamation lawsuits, yeah? Defamation lawsuits is basically when you go out there and say things about people, and then when they know that that's not true, and they know you can't prove that, they will bring lawsuits against it. The government doesn't have an issue with money, finances, access to the court or lawyers. Why ain't none of these things been done? Never mind saying shit about the security forces. It being problems up to your eyeballs. And the fact that none of that is happening, yeah, it simply says what it is that I'm right about. Innit? The fact that they're not trying to initiate any prosecution or even a lawsuit against me, because even they can't prosecute me. You get me? Anybody who you hear says that and no prosecution comes of it, trust me, they're telling the truth. Plenty of people say, and they always make them answer look like they're crazy. I mean, so something is going on, and them man does this the exact technique. They do it, yeah. So even if it's not them do it, somebody's pretending to be them, and that's enough. That is more than enough. But they do it, and they realize that if it's not them, they realize somebody out there is being a copycat. I mean, that's not my problem. Who wouldn't assume it's them? I mean, if a serial killer is on the loose and the police can't catch them, they look at the actions and connect it and say, all right, we feel like it's this guy. I mean, they'll simply do it like that and say, all right, well, obviously these crimes look similar and associated to him, to the serial killer. So it's up to them to find the person if it's not them. And if they have no intention of finding them, they know about it. And if they know about it, have no intention to find that person, it's obviously them who wants to find themselves. I'm not British or white enough to have anything come of this more than making sure I say it. It's not like I have a family that cares about me. Yeah. But let's look at the awkwardness of the players. The balls get stuck in. Look, I can't even see shit on the screen, blood, like, and it won't remove itself. Now there's another bar in front of there. You get me? Just bars after bar. Blood. I don't even think that's meant to be that high. It's meant. I'm sure it's meant to be low. Yeah, I'm sure that bar thing is meant to be lower than that. I mean, yeah. Watch your shit. Yeah, awkwardness couldn't move for some reason. So that is a perfect optimum situation to get an attack going there. Optimum situation. Who gets the ball first? Let's see what happens. Yeah. That was an optimum situation to dribble away with Dijon. But you realize these weird things happen. And I just don't seem to be moving on the pitch. It's like when somebody has a brain freeze, it's like that. That's what it would reflect on the game. But that's certainly not the case. It won't allow me to move. When you look at it, it's so awkward, blood. Like, They don't have the awkwardness. They win the ball in any circumstances. But me trying to tackle, coming out of 50-50, it's just this heavy collision. And let's watch this now, yeah? Let's watch this, watch this. Through the center, behind him there, turning back. Does he save it over the fucking top? It's pretty obvious. It's more than proven. I don't know what's wrong with my man. He can't turn and shoot for nothing. And at some point, it should go in the back of the net. It shouldn't miss all of them. You know what I mean, nobody's around him. He's just there by himself. So bang ball bounces off it back to him because he weren't enough. Bang ball, watch this now, yeah. Right, push it off with Hernandez. Get Hernandez pacing. Get Hernandez pacing. Ball will keep players offside down the line. Right, just watch this now. Over the top, yeah. Over the top, yeah. Blocked it. Yup, 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 yup. Well, all the way back there. Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. Offside. Come on. Whatever that is called. You see him there. Over the top. Some reason can't get there before the player. And tackling the ball perfectly, bounces back to him. Now he's got all this space to run into. Yeah, and watch his player now right behind. So simple. Yeah, ball bounces back to him. Because not like I need the ball, but not like I fucking need the ball, you get me? I'm just here to boost these little white boys' egos. And, you know what I mean? Yeah, through the middle, right. Whatever this is called, yeah, that way, yeah. All the way across now. You can see him all the way. Is it offside? Keep it soft. Turning back. Some weird shit over there. And these guys have no business beating me, bro. No business. No business. Right through the center there. Alright, watch this now, yeah? Yeah? Watch it. Alright, over the top. There. You can just see the awkwardness of my players. Bam, bam. You can just see all the awkwardness. Like, I spend more time misplacing passes, trying to reorientate myself, and trying to get my players to stop being sluggish. I mean, that's it. That's what all I do. Misplaced passes, miscontrol, and trying to orientate my player in the intended direction. Block. I mean, that's all I spend time doing, isn't it? Misplaced passes, chasing the fucking ball, and trying to orientate myself. It seems so difficult to face up with the goal. That I mean, it seems so difficult to face up with the goal. It's unbelievable. I literally, when I'm trying to face the goal, the game just feels so heavy and like I'm moving like a lorry, but like it's just weird. Bro. Alright, so watch it. I'm trying to get all whoever this is, touch him off the ball now, yeah. Turning back around, right. So now I've got all the pace in the world. I should be able to sprint away from him. Middle, should be able to sprint away from him there. Push it, push it, fake shot, curl it around him. That should be. It should. These guys have no business fucking beating me in any game. Bro. They have no business. I mean, these guys have no fucking business beating me in any game. Bro. Absolutely no business. Yeah, miss, save. Yeah, goal. Yeah, I mean, they have no business beating me. This little kid, if you watch this little kid called Text Play, yeah, yo, these things for him 100% transfer. But just watch this because not because the goal was scored. That's not the issue. Yeah, I don't care about that sort of stuff, but my gameplay just seems worse than everybody else. So watch this, yeah. So I was never going to take that shot because as you can see, they've saved quite a few of them, yeah. And Rodrigo has a bad habit of missing. So look at the state of Cordoba, yeah. Just watch this. Look at Cordoba, yeah. So Cordoba leaped, blood, yeah. Look at him in the air, yeah. Look at him now. He's walking in the fucking air. He's walking in the air. He's walking in the air. What? So can you imagine if I tried to take that shot? What would have happened there? Yeah. Now look at them. Yeah. So instead of colliding with each other, Rudy got brushed past fucking Cordova. And look at him. Look at how he's sped up. Look where he is. Yeah. Look at where he is. Look at the speed up. Bang. Speeds up. Yeah. Look at it. And they're taking the piss, bro. How did I come back into that situation? Yeah. So just watch it there. I scored, but look at all of that. Why does it have to be so difficult? Bro? Right. Okay. Watch this now. Yeah. Watch this now. Yeah. Watch it. So I'm trying to take it on. So apparently I'm a scammer now. I'm a fraudster. But who's really being frauded here? So they say they don't let people go until they get them because they wait to get all the evidence. How am I going to work these out? Yeah, because EA is forced to have to be drawn into the courtroom to say, well, they don't know why that's happening, or it's their honest mistake. But their mistake would have an implication on my life and my actions. Because who wouldn't feel like somebody targeting? I mean, who wouldn't feel? Look at this now, yeah. So my man's running through, Barella is running through. So look at where Barella is, over the top. So before Barella can get the ball down, look at this bitch, bro. Like, what is going on with this jumping thing that they're doing? But look at her. Cordoba did it. Now she's doing it. Like, what is with it? You get me? I don't get it. Like, why they keep doing it? So every time I run away from them, they're fucking, what do you call that thing now? You know, you have high jump, triple jump. Yeah, they're doing these triple jump things in the game, bro, where they're leaping, like literally leaping, bro. I mean, when they talk about Superman and he's leaping over tall buildings and all this shit, bro, they're leaping fucking from wherever they are and trying to get the ball, bro. And I don't know what button you press in the fucking game that gets a player to leap that. I know you can slide tackle, but you can clearly see that they're not on the floor. So what button is that, bro? Like I said, they know they can't win because they've never seen a more complicated situation for themselves. Where instead of they're hunting people, people are hunting them, bro. Because the law is the law. Y'all think I care about any song about this and that? The songs are a funeral issue, not mine. They don't bother me. All them songs bother me, bitch. So they just realize that their team would suck and they'd be embarrassed. That's it. And I'd be paid a hell of a lot of money, bro. Because all the compensation, not only the fact that it does seem suspicious that over the period where I am screaming and crying about this, it just coincidentally happened that some little British lad is at the top of the game. Call it coincidence, but I won't work out well for him. It could be coincidence, but that just won't look good on your part. I mean, and he is certainly in no position to take sides because they take sides and say it was them that did it. And why did they do it? If they say it's a mistake, then plenty of man out there can go for reimbursements and stuff. And say, well, why weren't none of these pro players suffering from these mistakes? You get me? You have quite a lot of British pro players, and none of them seem to be suffering from these issues. So it does seem like EA scripted the game after all. And they're certainly not going to want that problem. They're obviously going to deny having anything to do with it. It leads to no communication works. And whoever gave them the communication work, that woman now gets dragged into the court. You have all these high profile people being dragged in alongside it. And you would just be punished for what they've done to you. But I'm saying, waiting for human to knock that door. It would be a colossal failure on your part. I make a colossal failure on your man side. I mean, I will have a colossal failure on your side, bro. Colossal fucking failure. Mm. I'm actually bored of you, man. True. Want to move on to something else. I've defeated this. It's just another achievement, you know. Yeah, this is just another achievement, you know what I mean, that goes unseen or uncelebrated. I mean, just another achievement that will be ignored and not celebrated. I'll just keep moving on to different things in life. You might be left behind, left to lick your wounds, you know, like the animals you are, really. The barbarians you are. So you can see this rigidness in the game. I'm a controller. That's the only way I can put it down to it. The controller just feels rigid. It just feels like I'm moving in like a square pattern. So rather than having the circumference of the circle, I can only move. There's certain parts of the circle that's a dead zone on the controller, which only moves me to move in like a weird square pattern. So yeah, watch this now. So I'm pressing him, ball roll through the center. Yeah, somehow Van Dyke. I don't care who he is. I don't care who he is. He shouldn't get that ball. Yeah. Look, I won the ball, and instead of just turning away, I'm telling you, there's something wrong. Clearly, there's something wrong. It's not an accident. I mean, and just look at him. He doesn't have this problem. Just going through, bearing through. You know what I mean? They clearly don't have the problem. Game after game, I have this weird problem. You have a circumference of a circle that you are allowed to operate with, and they've killed certain parts of the controller. Basically, it does nothing. You move the controller in that part of the controller, there's no command there. So it gives you a certain pattern that you can use and a certain part of the controller that you can use. They thought they were very clever men, but they get me. But your brains are smaller than mine, so watch this now. Bar roll away from simple tapping. Yeah. They thought they said you have the circle, so you can round it in a circle. Yeah. But when there's times when if I press left right on the circle, one of the lefts don't work, you get me? It's as if I didn't press it. So they thought they were clever and they thought they were in what's it called? Innovative. What's that? Ingenuitive. Yeah, that's the word. I think. Ingenuitive. Oh, they're shit houses, blood. They gotta get caught. Yeah, watch this now. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. You guys have no business beating me, bloodline. Certainly not, but man, just watch this, yeah? You see in there, just watch it now. Through the middle. Look at Van Dijk. Look, he doesn't even know where he's going, bloodline. This guy confused. Blood. Through the center, push it there. Through the center, there. Yep. Over his head. Somehow Van Dijk grew a different neck. Blood. I get it, he's good, but come on, like, what is that about? Yeah, through the center, knock it wide. Yeah, around him. Bad pass on my side. I must admit that was the wrong selection or wrong choice of pass. Yeah, all the way there. Ball rolling in the center. Getting there. Call Julie, but yeah, yeah. You can see there. These optimal positions, yeah. So you know what optimal mean? That fucking best position, your highest turnover rate, your highest succession rate seems to turn out at 100% failure. That is optimal positions, but like seems more often than not to turn out to a 0-0 transfer. Watch this now, yeah. So look at the position. Yeah, simple. Yeah, let's go now, bro. So yeah, I've got plenty of evidence of on my phone about the NHS harassing me over a period of 4 years, constant like coming to my house, constant mental health, psychiatric holds, pure of them, yeah. And what I think they're doing is they don't want me to have a lawyer. What they're doing is waiting for these phones and evidence to mysteriously disappear. So like it says, electronic things, electronic interference. You can delete shit out of your phone. They can do all these weird things, and that's what they're waiting on because they know they can't beat the evidence. They don't know how to delete it and don't know how it's going to play out if they do. Because I guarantee these men are running around speaking to every fucking dignitary in this bitch, trying to get them to help them in it. I said, well, you man did it on your own. I mean, they're trying to get everywhere to figure out because they're trying to see if they can hide the warrant and how long they've had these warrants for. I'm just guessing based on the behavior is that people are not allowing them to hide the warrants. I'm guessing it because it would be obviously the only thing that you do next, is hide how long warrants have been involved. And people are obviously telling them, no, they're not going to hide the warrants because why would they do that? They don't know who knows. I mean, they don't know who fucking knows and who is willing to come forward at the last minute. So they can't hide the ones because it's going to look like people who weren't involved are going to be dragged down with the minute. And obviously, people are going to say, nah, trust me, they're trying to hide these warrants and how long they were. Oh. And committed to losing and failing. I've never seen a set of man more determined to lose these guys. I mean, when they say, a captain has like a captain of a boat, yeah, legally has to be the last person to leave the boat. It's like a plane is a bit different, but if a plane went down and it landed, yeah, in like the water, the pilot has to be the last person to evacuate that boat, the plane. It's the same thing with like a captain on a ship because he's responsible for it. Yeah. So everyone comes off and he last comes off. You get me? Innit? Legal, it's a legal requirement. They come off first, they go to prison. You get me? Innit? Yeah. But it seems like this is the notion that these men have. Going down with the ship like, oh, cause you get me? Innit? No, through his legs. Wait, right. So through his legs, that's what she's now, yeah. But these guys try to scam me in some way, and I don't know how. I genuinely have no idea how it was scammed, but it has something to do. Some sort of scamming is going on here, and they try to send me down for it, innit? Yeah, because like they've done something, but I just don't know what it is, and the government is involved in it somehow. Because it could be possibly that these man use my shit to scam, do something, and the government is watching me for it, yeah. And then the government realized they were duped into thinking it was me, and obviously they don't want to face the embarrassment to say they ruined my life when it was somebody else that did it. So they're trying to brush it under the carpet. That's the only logical thing. But some sort of scamming went on here. Yeah. Some sort of scamming went on here. Really. Some sort of scamming went on here. Some sort. And they thought it was me. And then obviously they pressured me for it. And obviously I ain't done nothing. I'm no fool. I ain't admitting to something. I don't even know what is going on. But some sort of scamming went on here. And they tried to make it look like it was me. So obviously scammers use people details to do certain things. I know that some sort of scamming went on where they tried to pin something on me, and the government either aware because they do these things, they do set up people, and the government's probably aware that this was going on, and they just dislike me, obviously for either some reason at all, and decide, oh, we're gonna let him go down for it. Because what would anybody do? Anybody would say, oh, it's not me, oh, this and that. Make up excuses even when they committed the crime. So they know they could just make it look like, oh, he's just like any other criminal would say it's not them, innit? I mean, I've never been paid any lump sum of money by any company, anybody at all. I've never been compensated for fuck all. Never. Not one time. Not even half of a time. Not even half of a compensation. You get me? In? So, but some sort of scam going on. They don't want me to know. And my mother is involved. My child's mother is involved because I found out that if if the government says you have a mental illness, yeah, somebody can declare themselves your carer. So whoever you got as your next of kin can declare themselves as your carer and claim that you're unable to sign documents and you're not well enough, and they go and sign the documents on your fucking behalf. That actually can be done, and it's just a scam, innit? Because you have them scams in it, and basically, I think something like that was going on. Innit? It was saying something about mental illness behind closed doors. Some people are claiming that they're my next of kin. They went and signed these forms and were getting paid out as if they were my fucking carer. You know what I mean, and the government was in on it. You know what I mean. So whoever this gang and crew is, trust me, I'm after you, man. But and it's 100% all out the moment I identify the group. Yeah, right in front of the police, the government, everybody. So I'm not like I'm not like the rest of them that you're gonna do that to. I think I'm gonna talk about how much this and that. I'm coming after you, man, for it. But you ain't gonna live no easy life or no happy life. Not on my expense, pussy. Or yeah, you're living with no life at my expense. You choose the wrong man to target, and this is your movie. You know what I mean? This is your man's cameo. You get me? Innit? You know what I mean? I am the star of the show who is searching for, like what that guy called from that film where he took his daughters to Paris or whatever. Yeah, whatever that guy, Liam Nelson. Yeah, I'm the Liam Nelson of this film, but I've got a particular set of skills. I acquired over many lives. Yeah, I mean, you give up now. I won't run for you. I won't ask for you. Well, you don't give up. I'll hunt you. I'll find you. I will kill you. Gang shit, lad. You man and gang thing. Trust me, I'm above that. Man, higher, yeah, that. Most high far as you are concerned. Me a Dan Carly all around here, Dan Kelito. Far as you are concerned, pussy. Yeah, far as you are concerned, I've had many lives. I've acquired some skills. And if you give up now, I will search for you. And that will be the end of it. But if you don't give up, I will search for you. I will find you. And I will kill you. I really Nelson of this situation, Babylon boy. I thought, y'all will fuck up. Trust me, you know, I have no idea. I mean, I have no choice. Apparently, I'm a conspiracy theorist more than you man would ever know. Yeah, I'm worse a conspiracy theory than you fools would ever know. How did they not keep that in the net? Yeah. Fuck her. So you can see whatever it's doing is going from the celebration to some weird blanking of the screen and just turning into the kickoff immediately. I mean, I just watch this. Yeah, I'll try. I'm gonna do it so simple. Yeah, like I said, when as the British government just is satisfactory with just labeling somebody, oh, he's just telling lies on the British government and not try to prosecute them. When have you ever heard anything like that in the history of England? That some random fucking immigrant came and tell lies on the government and they just satisfied with say, oh, he's just a liar, ignore him. When have you ever heard that done? Never. I mean, they're giving away themselves. You never heard that done in the history of this country before. And some random person, anybody at all, just comes in and spread lies about them and says stuff about white people and oh, they just content and say, oh, he's just lying and making up stories, he's dreaming, and that's the end of that. You never see that happen before. Look, I say, why would I pass it to him? Yeah, why on God's earth would I pass it to that guy, innit? Yeah, look at this, look at this. You can't move to him. He's gonna cut you back through the center. Right, so now, dummy. Right, whoever barrel right. Ball roll away, down the line. Right, I'm looking for the down the line. But I'm going down the line instead. Middle, wide, back there. Yeah, all the way wide. Barrella through the middle. Yep. Van Dijk just knows where to fucking go. Bro. Yeah, just watch this. Straight back to him. Perfectly through him. Yeah, let's watch this. Let's watch this. Let's watch this. Yeah, bang. For some reason, I couldn't just run off. I ended up in a situation where he had the ball. Yeah, bang through his legs. I'm gonna tell you, it's blatant scambler. Blatant these scams. We're gonna go back from Osimhen got that ball there to them two tackles, and how did they come out with it? Like I say, when did the British government in the history of it have anybody say something about it? Why living in the country and doesn't do anything about it? Like, you've never seen that before. It is unprecedented. It means they've got something to hide. So watch this, yeah, all the way back to Osimhen. Right, so yeah, won the ball off him, yeah. Won the ball off him. Right, won the ball off him. Right, yeah, look at the ball. Like, why is the ball doing that? I'm trying to run. See the blatant space in front of me. Yeah. The ball decides to come back there. Yeah. The ball decides to go over his legs. Yeah, look, ball just pushes him out of the way. Yeah. Watch this now. Got the ball there. Yeah. Through his legs. Yeah. You can see it, like how did it end up with the ball? Again, again, yeah. Yeah, there you go. Watch this now. Yeah. Some reason I'm mistackling the ball. Right, okay, cool. I've got the ball now. All the way wide. So trying to run with Hernandez. Yeah. All the way across there. Does he get back before me? He somehow dressed back before I can pass. Now he's down the way. Yeah. 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 Right, right. Looking back for it now. I need to get this right. So push it. Yeah. He's offside. Through the back now. Let's push it. Let's push it. Why would he pass it there? Whatever that is called. Guess what? So the AI is just perfectly there to come and get it for him. He doesn't have to tackle. The AI just knows when to come and get the ball for these countries. And the problem is not that the AI knows. Why doesn't my AI know? So my AI is a high school dropout, and this guy AI went to fucking Cambridge, blood. This guy has BCS and masters in computer and what is it called? Biomechanical chemistry. You know what I mean? My fucking look, my AI is a high school dropout, blood. And this guy, you can see how it's blinking, blinking, blinking. My AI is some sort of dropout from high school, and this guy has the highest honors in Cambridge University in biomechanical science. And trust me, that's hard. That's difficult, bro. I can tell you that. But somehow, this guy is graduated with honors, bro. And not only masters, this guy's got PhDs up the wazoo, bro. You know what I mean? So your idea is to think you are punishing me. Why you hiding from your punishment? It shows how white men are, really. That you man were led to believe you are clever and you can punish people. Don't run away from your punishment now. Yeah, you think you're ignoring me and think you're doing something here. No, man, I know the truth. I know that you're running away from you being punished. You are led to feel you're superior. And you don't want to be punished yourself and embarrassed. But you're a fool. It's not that you're powerful. Because if he was powerful, you just push it through the court and I just get sent to jail regardless. You're clearly not that powerful, and you're clearly running from your, I guess, your end, your rendition, your destruction, your public humiliation. Because I'm lining it all up for you, man, bro. Trust me, don't you worry. Yeah, I should be able to run past him. Nope. I'm faster than Jalen Reese, and for some reason, I can't run away from him. So your ability to punish me is a minor to what I'm gonna do to you, man. And you're the one that's hiding. Your community is hiding. Your police force is hiding because they know it would be such an embarrassment on you, man. So, I destroy you, man. Bro. You lose your jobs and everything. What an irony to fall on your own sword, isn't it, man? You're a bitch, innit? Falling on your own sword must be the ultimate sin, bro. What do they call it? Cardinal sin, innit? Falling on your own fucking sword. You'd be an embarrassment to white men all over the world, bro. Never mind to British security. Destroyed. And I wouldn't care. I just laugh at you, man. Look. Like, I just don't get it. He's not, this kid has no reason to beat me. Look, for some reason, I cannot win the ball off him until he gets into this position. Yeah, one touch. Keeper, look, I cannot win the ball off this guy for no reason. So, and this is division, what, 5? Look, can't win the ball even in my own box. Van Dijk, look at his Van Dijk now, dribbling. Right, Van Dijk is cut out. Van Dijk is all the way up there. Come on now, Julie. Over the top, over the top, over the top. Nope. I don't know what the version of Diego Carlos that is. But yeah. Watch this now, watch this now, watch this now. Watch this now. Yeah, perfect for him. Bang. Yeah, can't win the ball. For some reason he's able to hold on to the ball. Nah. All the way wide. Rodrigo. Yeah, watch this now, yeah. All the way back. All the way wide. Right, so Julie. Through the center there. Ball roll. Heel back. Through the middle. Kick it around him. Fuck off. Alright, come on. So you notice you don't find that weird splash screen in the middle of when they press A at the celebration and the kickoff. You notice that splash screen isn't there for me, but every time he scored, there's this weird splash screen that they put in. They've like editing for like a fast second because it's blatantly edited in. It's obvious. So Julie all the way over the top. Yeah, it's obviously edited in because it doesn't happen in my game. So some sort of editing gone on there. Yeah. Slam it in the net. Come on, bitch. You know, if you won't, you haven't saw that splash screen once, bro. Yeah. Now watch this. Just watch this. Just watch this. Through the center, going back for whoever that ball is, guys. Yeah. The player took my player out. Yeah, perfect control for him. Right, all the way over the top before the 1 minute finishes. Yeah. So we're gonna go to that video. Yeah. Let's watch this. Innit? There's this weird splash screen. There's this weird splash screen in front of him, in front of his game. Isn't it? There's this weird splash screen. Where is it? Yeah, that one. So every time they score, yeah, you see it, innit? So just when they score, whenever he scores, and then then he presses off the celebration. Right, wait. So whenever he scores, I just watch this. I'm just waiting for him to score. So he's gonna press it off. Just look at in the middle. Look at it. Yeah, get you saw it there, innit? Why is the screen doing that? Like when I score, you don't see whatever that flash there, innit? You definitely don't see it. Because look, you can't. It's impossible to catch. So you can see it's about to say something something before your countdown expires. So he's in a celebration. So I don't understand why that's coming up there, innit? So I don't understand why that would be there. Yeah. So you can see whatever happened. Look, it just jumps from that. Yeah, cuts from this. So this is what it looks like normal. Cuts into that. Yeah. So you could see I just caught the guy on his own, just on the screen on his own. But running it back now, where did that guy go? I mean, where did he go? Where did he go? Where did he go? I'll play it again and show you that where that guy won't come up again. You just saw him there with that blonde guy, with the blonde black guy on his head. You don't see him. You won't see him again in that replay. You won't see him anywhere on the screen doing that. Why is that injected in the middle of the game? And whose purpose is that for? Because the replay was caught not by me, just by the game. The game recorded what he saw. So who injected that into the game? So this is where it scores. There you go. What the hell is that? I mean, so it goes there. So it cuts into him. Wait. It goes there, it cuts into him. Just watch it, innit? Look. So this is what the game called. This is how the game is behaving. So when you pause the game, you can see that something is clearly wrong with the fucking game, bloodline. How many players are you counting on there? Look how many blue players there is, yeah? There's two at the edge of the box, two at the D. What's that? One, two, three, the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait. So if you look where Osimhen is at the end, I've got a player out there as well. Osimhen, right where you see you, if you don't resume, one there. Below countdown, there is two there for him. There's a third one there for him. So that's what? Five at the D, 6, 7. Right above the forfeit D on the right corner of the box. You have 3, 4 there. So 7 and 3 is 11. If you look at the top of the word game where you have the Eder Militao and the other guy, you see another blue shadow there. And if you look out there, there's about 30 fucking of them there on the pitch, bro. Like, what's going on with the game? And that's what flash. That is what you're seeing. That flash. Obviously, I'm clever enough to know to spam the pause, the restart and pause, to catch that. That's the only way to see it visibly. Who's flashing that in my head, bro? Because that's some sort of psychological programming. It's some man telling you, but really, what you're seeing there is because you don't pay attention to every player. Sometimes they're multiplying and putting more players on the pitch than you actually realize. Because why would you just multiply? Who does that? So in Naruto, where Naruto could make pure of himself, what is it called? The Shadow Clone Jitsu, yeah, that was it. So man is out here performing Shadow Clone Jitsu on the FIFA. Because I didn't edit that. That's like that. So man's out here committing Shadow Clone Jitsu. So like I said, go through the history of this country. You ain't never seen nobody at all, no fucking person at all, and get away with saying anything about white people in any country the way I've said it and get away with it. Definitely not in Britain, you ain't getting away with that. They would prosecute you, Clark. Yeah. So obviously, me realizing that they tried to set me up to exterminate me through unofficial means, and through official means, yeah, they tried to exterminate me through official means, and it's only official on paper until you start questioning it. So just like how scammers would operate, yeah. Yeah, when you first glance over, oh yeah, the check looks fine, the details look fine. But somebody actually scrutinized what went on there, and you realize, immediate investigation, innit? So they obviously can't take it to court because hella scrutiny is going to be going into what they have done. The moment they go, oh, if it gets to the wrong person's ears, when they say, oh right, well, what went on? How did he figure out that you were watching him? Because it's unordinary for these type of people to be caught out is very 1 in a million. You would have to be involved in that line of work, and they obviously have found it quite difficult to prove that I am such. My language, the way I speak, my background, my nationality, all of that would come into play and say, well, it doesn't make sense. Where I went to school, all of these things, it would be abnormal for a roadman to deceive Her Majesty's Secret Service. It would be out of character, it would be abnormal. Because they probably just line up gangsters all the time and no issues, wrap them up real quick. So questions would be asked upon question. And inevitably, something would be found. I think, and they obviously interview me, won't they? They have to interview me and interrogate me. I don't like you, man. Anyway, I don't care about the streets. Nor do I care about who wants to say I'm a snitch. I need to find out who every one of the last one of you are. And that's the only way I can make sense of how to do it. But as you can see yourself, how many shadows of them? So if you go what Shadow Clone Jutsu is, if you know Naruto, um, they can just make multiple of themselves. But no, there's so many of them on the pitch. How could the game reflect that? Yeah. And if I just press restart, if I just go back and play the video, you won't see all of that. There's some sort of a mirror image with the game. So somebody is playing what you call an optical illusion. Yeah, there's some sort of optical illusion in the game while I'm playing that's meant to confuse me because it just wouldn't play out like that, innit? The pitch is doubled, yeah. So there's two pitches showing. There's two pitches showing. That's why there's double the amount of pitches. Because if you look at the top to the left, right under where it says 9 ups, you see thirsty for more. Or if you look to where the controller is, you see the same corner, you get me? You can see in the same border there. So somebody's done something to the game, and if you record it and you pause the game, you catch that something is going on that's not meant to be in the game. You realize some form of visual glitch, otherwise some sort of optical illusion. An optical illusion are always deliberate things. They're always deliberate. It's never an accident. So somebody doing some sort of optical illusion, which makes it difficult for me in the game to play quick, where I've got to slow the game down to see what I'm actually doing. I can't just play off, I guess, instinct. And they don't like that, and they don't. I don't think they appreciate the whole instinct thing because their instinct is meant to be spot on, and regular people shouldn't have instinct like that. And they know I don't like them anyway. So they won't be happy to have somebody like me walking around. They definitely won't. You can see it, like, if you look right where my man is holding his head, just above the word countdown, you have Eden Militao and Damian. Above Damian, you can see Hernandez holding his head. And just above Hernandez, you can see this little red blotch on the screen. Yeah, right at the bottom of the screen where the line goes right through the center. You can see the red one between the triangle men there. If you look at the end of the pitch, there's just all these random players. But what is key in the situation, that his players are clearly more than mine. So whatever is in the game, he blatantly have the advantage because he only popped up with more of his player. I don't have the same number because if you count all of them, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. So if I tell you exactly where I'm counting, the one beside the ref, that's one. The triangle to the left of the ref, you have a shadow, a little red blotch there below the word before the countdown. That's two. One out where it says thirsty for more at the up where they behind the goal line. That's three. One where playing is four. One where you will forfeit five. One above two above countdown seven. One above them two eight. One right above that nine. Then you have who now? You have my guy out there on the left, Dijon, that's 10. And you have where you say, yeah, I count that one 10. And then you have my man all the way at 11, yeah? So for him, you have Osimhen out there on the goal line. He says, if you, that's 2. He's got 3 below the countdown. So that's 5. To the left of the referee, that's 6. To where it's a forfeit D, right in the D, that's 7. Right where the D is the top right hand corner of the rectangular box, that's 2. So 7 and 2, that's 9. Right above forfeit, he's got 2, that's 11. And then he's got 3 out there, so 11, that's 14. He clearly, and then if you look right up behind Hernandez there, there's 1 there, that's 15. So why would the game glitch out and give him a numerical advantage? That don't even make sense. Like, how could that happen? So there's some sort of bad coding that seems to always be in my game, and it's consistently there. It never pops up one randomly. It never just goes out of sync. Because every time I come on the game, I know what's happening, and every time I start the video, before I play one game, I say this, and this is going to happen. Blah blah blah. As you see, I opened my rival pack today. On this video, I opened my rival pack. That means I've not played rivals all day. How the fuck did I know that was going to happen? I'm not clairvoyant, which is very clear. Because if I could see the future, I'd know what they look like because I would have saw them in the future at some point. So I clearly can't see the future. So somebody's clearly doing it. I think that mathematics is quite simple. That Jamaican maths is quite simple. If I could see the future, at some point, me and these guys would have clashed. I would have known what they look like, and I would have had the upper hand to ambush their class. So I obviously would have by this point, and I at least know where to find them. I clearly don't see the future. I just know that somebody's doing something to the game. So that's enough proof that I'm not clairvoyant, and it's because something is going on with the game. Why I fucking know? Because I would have known what they look like, and I would have ambushed them by now. So fuck off. Yeah, guess that solves that problem, doesn't it? I guess that solves that problem. So I typed in UK exposed, and it's just coming up with pure American shit, dude. I mean, yeah, co-op, you know. So let's see the history. So I'm about to watch the history between the UK government, Scotland Yard, but they're part of the UK government as well. They're no different to MI5. They pretty much do the same shit. And let's see the history between them and Jamaicans. And yeah, I mean, I'm not sure who I want out of this pile. I'm thinking I should go for Witsu because of the pie. I've got Depay, the left back, the keeper. I don't want him. Forster, and I'm not interested in him. He's not going to be that good. And I don't want a right back. Where can the right back play? Yeah, I'm not feeling that. I think it's best to go for Wixel. Mm. So some guy. So there's this thing called, I bring it up at the end of this, isn't it? So this kid is going to say the reason why yardies are called yardies is because they used to live in tower blocks. So you know in England you have what you call tower blocks. So the Jamaican version of a tower block is we call it a tenement yard, where there's a bunch of different homes in one yard, one gate. You know what I mean? That sort of thing. So you can imagine an apartment. You got multiple houses in the apartment block, or one of them gated communities. You have multiple houses in there. So a tenement yard is like a smaller radius. Yeah. So he's suggesting that that is what why Jamaican people are called yardies. That is because there's houses like that there, and yeah, inner city and that, or ghetto. Or a ghetto is what you man usually call like estates and stuff in it, like anywhere estates are. And you chatting shit. Reason why Jamaican people are called yardies is because we were known as yard boys. Yeah. So what that really means is back in the day when obviously colonialism and the British, the Spanish, and the Germans, and I think even the French, they ruled Jamaica and divided it up amongst them. Britain has the most power over there, but you had the rest of them who owned a few lands and stuff, yeah? Because Britain sold some of them to these people. So guess what? If you go in America, you know the stereotype about Latin Americans like being gardeners and stuff. That's what they used to use majority of the Jamaican local people for. Cut the sugar cane, cut the banana, sweep the yard. You get it? Because a yard, even in England, the word yard is exactly what it means. It means your fucking garden. So that man used to sweep and keep and what's the word? Groom the garden, keep it clean. So obviously they had if you watch slavery movies like the Django, all the black people used to all the black people used to keep the place clean, innit? Keep the man's yard, the master's yard clean. Because that's what it is. It's a yard, innit? Yeah. So they were known as yard boys, yeah? Because guess what? They tend to use the younger ones, yeah, of these people to clean the yard, didn't it? So they were called yard boys. Jamaican people just like that, where we carry on certain things and we don't. It's like an American says, nigger. It's the same context. Yard man, yard boy, and nigger is the same context. It was given us to us by colonial masters, and we got used to it and could start. Guess what? The first set, they got called it, they didn't know what it means. The second set understood the language. Guess what? The third set grew up hearing granddad and mom or dad being fucking called yard this and yard that. They got used to it and started calling each other it. Generations later, we're still doing it to this day. It's the same thing. I have principle that why people say nigger. It's the same principle. The first ones who got called it had no idea what it fucking means, but they just know when that word is said, they're going to be either punished or they need to do what they need to do a little bit faster. The second generation, they get it, they understand it because it's like you're born in England, you understand what certain terms mean. The third set, grow up and see them lot saying it. So guess what? They all fucking say it, innit? And then it stuck. There's nothing to do with fucking tenements yard, it's because we used to clean the yard. Hence the yard boy. You know what I mean? It's like how you man say the ticket man, the bus man, the taxi man. You get me, innit? The yard man. So I don't know who this British guy is that's like a spew shit out of his ass. That's so funny. On average, you man laugh. This is how easy it is to spread bad things and lies and cover up slavery against people and make it look like oh we are the bad ones. They get me and name is nothing to do with what they did. I mean, That's why you'd never hear me say, I never used to call myself a yard man. Because I knew what it meant. I mean, I don't even know how I came across it, but trust me, I knew what it meant, so I never referred myself to it. Because Britain knows what it came from. Because if you go in what's it called? The Oxford Dictionary, which I think is British, and Collins Dictionary. I think these two dictionaries are actually British. The word yard is in there. If you Google it, it says what yard is. They fucking know how the name got stuck. So they started running propaganda against the Jamaicans and associate the term with violent drug gangs. Exactly. So you see, they're trying to whitewash the truth, isn't it? Yeah, they're trying to whitewash the truth, claiming that the reason why they're not saying where the original origin comes from. Yeah, they're not saying that it's generations that led it. Yeah, as I'm telling you, so the information that this guy has, obviously, he's whitewashed. Isn't it? He doesn't know what he's saying. Is it? He's passing on misleading information, isn't it? That paints Jamaicans in a bad light. Because plenty of people here, oh, the yard is there, this, there, that, and that. I never use the term because I know why it is. Because there's a lot of words in our culture that we just say where I know where it came from. Innit? There's reasons why I know where comes from. Innit? You know what I mean? Because like I say, as you can see, my skin color it gives it away, doesn't it? That I'm a remnant of colonialism in the fucking country. Innit? I'm a walking reminder to Babylon. They're not happy that I'm not being quiet about the situation. I mean, and remnants of slavery, of when I guess mixing was going on, because mixed people would assume that they are from England. No, no, they got it wrong. Mixed people originate from Africa. I'm saying plenty of people don't know that. They think that they are the shit over here, really. But mixed people have been around for centuries. They used to be hidden, and like I say, I growing up, I had to question certain things, and I had to logically work it out myself. Nobody was there to teach me. I taught myself. But the information that he had to say why we are called that is completely wrong. It's generations, and you get used to it. So I'm trying to think of a word that human would use, innit? So, alright, so human call the toilet a bug, yeah? But then you say something is bug standard. Or I'm not sure how you work that out for it to be that way, innit? Because the toilet's a bug, innit? So I don't know how you have a toilet standard, but that don't make sense, you get me? What people say and people know what it means. So that's exactly how that works. Yeah, it works the same way. It's the same way. You say bug, or you go into the bug, you mean you go into the fucking toilet. Or you say the loo, you go into the toilet. So we say, oh, you move loo, it means you're moving strange, innit? But you man say loo is toilet, innit? You man say bug, and then you go, oh, that's bug standard. Um, it doesn't make sense because how do you get them two words to be nothing? So you can really see why you man are confused. Innit? I got pure information, but pure. I am a genius, but like, it's true. It cannot be denied. And they will say, oh, yeah, the church says, oh, anybody has. information that they shouldn't know is a demon. Fuck off. So they just lies upon top of lies, these man tell you. Because it's a way to hide that people are extremely clever. Because if you're not given the accolades by Europeans and I guess yeah, because what's it called? What's that shit called? The Nobel Peace Prize. Is it Switzerland or one of these places? One of them type of countries. So if you're not given the accolade of being a genius from one of these countries, you're demonically possessed. And trust me, you're gonna find quite a lot of niggas who are apparently suffering from demonic possession. Because who decides that you're clever? It's society, isn't it? And most people won't know what we call society, the elites. So when we say society, we don't mean the community, we mean the elites. That's what human call society. We call society elites. And they make the decision who is clever. So Einstein would not be Einstein if society didn't decide that oh he's going to be forever known as Einstein. Stephen Hawkins, nobody would know who he is if they didn't decide that. So you can see if they can decide who is known for being extremely clever, they can they can decide who is known for being a fool. It's quite easy, you hear me? It can be done, yeah. It's easily done and it's done more often than not. Niggas are labeled as nothing but drug dealers and scammers. And some bearded white guy like Isaac Newton and these guys, they are propelled up in history. So you have man like Jimi Hendrix that apparently was the greatest, what do you call it, guitar player in history. And this nigga wasn't even a rock star, you get me in it. Like, I'm not even sure what genre of music that was, but I don't think he was a rock star. But Jimi Hendrix apparently died a fucking drug addict. And Elvis Presley wasn't. Elvis Presley to this day, and what's that guy that sings that song? Sweet Caroline. Yeah, what's it called? I can't remember his name. But the guy who sings that song, I'm sure he would have took more drugs than Jimi Hendrix. But you don't hear that. That's not associated with me. As soon as you bring up Jimi Hendrix, they start telling you about his addiction. You get me? Innit? Bring up that fucking guy who sung that song. Oh, he was such a good artist and that. But I mean, society, shake you. I never trust you, man, with that. Because it's the same thing you try to do instead of making everybody know that, you know what, he's extremely smart and y'all fucked around and caused me time and a future. No, no, I'm a fucking scammer. Yeah, that's the word. I'll punish you, man, for it. Simple. Good luck, innit? I will punish you, man, for it. Because I don't just say things without proof. It's easily proven, and history is the proof. Like I say, you find many of people who are labeled as some sort of addict in society, and they were much better at certain things than someone. Because I can't remember that guy. That guy called what's he called now? And he sings "Sweet Caroline." Yeah, it's like Isaac Newton, all these type of man. Yeah, these man were fucking. Were they actually as clever as they make them out to be? I don't think so. Because it's like a billionaire now that's like 8 years old. Was he some sort of entrepreneur to the highest level? Or was he just born in a time when many businesses were invented so he could easily invest in the new shit, you know what I mean? That makes sense to me, innit? Like, there are no fucking tycoons or no master investors. They came from an era where they hardly had any business. So it would be fucking easy to invest in everything that's come. Everybody that makes something, Let's invest in it at the time. If I was born in the 1960s, 70s, the 16th century, I think my fucking house would be massive. I was born in them times, but it would have been crazy. I'd have ruled the world by now. Because now it's harder to create businesses that flourish. Yeah? Because everything pretty much has been invented that can be invented, you know. Right. And I still find ways of coming up with new shit. Bro. I mean, so the man just had it lucky, bro. I don't regret where I was born or where I was raised. Fuck knows where I was actually born. But nobody, I guess, I say it all the time. Nobody actually knows where they were actually born. They're just told something because it's impossible for you to know. Well, where I was raised, but I'm happy. I'm glad I was raised there because these men would have had an upper hand on me. Innit? So, mm, a lot of things. I saw a lot of things and learned a lot of things over time. But, and trust me, I know when somebody is fucking around. But trust me, them man out there fuck around quite a lot just the same, man. And even more than you, and in worse ways than you might could ever imagine. But it's not my business, but I mean, quite simple, innit? Them man fuck around way more than you, man. You man think you're terrible, yeah, man, I have no idea, man. And I learned based off, I learned how terrible certain things can get, man. So trust me, you man a cakewalk, man. You man a fucking cakewalk, man. Yeah, what I see them man, what happens out there is a joke thing compared to heaven. You man didn't stand a chance. Not even on an intellectual level that you man stand a chance. Everything you wanna do, I've decrypted, deciphered, and decoded. You get me? And debunked. You know what I mean? I mean, we're led to believe, I'm clever. I say, who decides who is clever? You know what I mean, because Stephen Hawking. I mean, Stephen Hawking was a theoretical physicist. Yeah, which means what he deals with is ideas in his layman's term. Yeah, he's a idea man, and other people had to go out there and prove his ideas wrong or right. Nobody knows how many ideas he came up with that were wrong, but we certainly know about the ones that they said were right, innit? So it's like Isaac Newton and all them, man. Nicholas Tesla, yeah. Nicholas Tesla is one of them weird ones. Yeah. We all know who Nicholas Tesla is, to the point Elon Musk named his vehicle after him. So Elon Musk knows something about Nicholas Tesla and respected him. So the electric vehicle that Nicholas Tesla, the electric shit that Nicholas Tesla got involved in, Elon Musk respected it to a point. He dived into the whole electric field and renewable energy and all that, and named his shit Tesla. He was named after him because that's what it was about, innit? That's what Nikola Tesla did. But guess what? Nicholas Tesla is not put on your telly every day. Like you see pure adverts about Einstein and these men. Nicholas Tesla was infamous because society made him so. Because he was doing shit that they didn't like. You know? So at the time, they think I don't know about them, but trust me, I know more than about you, man, than you know about yourself. I mean, that's what Nicholas Tesla was made into a fucking problem for the system because of what he did. He tried to give people free energy, and our society said no, and he became infamous. And they killed him in one of the worst ways any scientist has ever been murdered through society. And then you don't see any TV. You see, there's books about him. There's books about him, but he's not a household name, innit? Because we all know who Newton is. We all know who Einstein is. I mean, we all know who these type of characters is, but they did not like him. And it shows you that taught me a very valuable lesson. It taught me where what he did, he was done in that way because of what he did. I knew better than going out there advertising myself. And figured that out quite a long time ago. So obviously, if he looked like them and they were willing to do that to him, and obviously it was a giving what would be done to me. I so said so done really. I just didn't pay any money. Yeah. You know what I mean? But they think I don't know why this is all being done. Trust me, I know why. I'm just a modern Tesla. Innit? I'm not talking about the fucking car. You get me? You know? But yeah, they think I don't know. Like, so we'll have a look. I can't be playing anymore now. Fuck it. So we'll have a look at Tesla, who Tesla was, yeah? And how Nikola Tesla was murdered and all that, and what he tried to do. Yeah. And if they don't control it, they don't have it in it. Nicholas Tesla. So many people don't know that the vehicle called Tesla is actually named after him because it's the same principle. The whole electric car thing is him, isn't it? He was one of the first ones who ever tried to do something like that. So Tesla, obviously, there's various forms of his name, 1856 to 1943, and some shit like that. Yeah, it was Serbian American inventor, electrical engineer, mechanical engineer, and a futurist. He is best known for his contribution to the designs of modern alternating currents. Basically, that's why the vehicle Tesla is doing so, electric vehicle. He tried fucking around with all that, and that's what it looks like. Yeah, and they basically murdered his character and made him look like he was crazy and all that. Yeah, so crazy, crazy, and see. Yeah, they made him look like he was crazy. I mean, because there were 10 tragic tales about the madness. There you go. They think I don't know what's going on. So you must have no chance there, but I don't care. I just don't care. Man. Because Tesla had one of the greatest minds in the world that I've ever seen. He developed the alternating current system as well as the Tesla coil and made some absolutely incredible advances in early wireless communication. And the mind, though, was also plagued with madness. Tesla also called eccentric. They call people eccentric, like you know what I mean, when they think you're a bit, you know what I mean. But that hardly scratched the surface of his problem. So you can see, while they're saying he was very clever, he invented a lot of shit. They're emphasizing, there's not much emphasis on his creations, but they're going very descriptive on apparently how he was and his mind state. So, but hardly scratches the surface of his problems. So, you're telling me this guy was so crazy, but was outdoing everybody else on the planet? That don't make logical sense to me. Because if you're smart and they're dumb, can you understand anything he does, thinks, says, or act like? He was clearly smarter than everybody else, and that's why he seemed strange. He wasn't crazy. He was clearly smarter than everybody else. And obviously, people find them things are hard to understand, didn't it? Because what somebody at Tesla's intelligence, I'm no Tesla, I'm no Tesla, but somebody at his intelligence, how could you understand anything he does? You get me? Because at the time, he was labeled a futurist. So, i.e., while you're sat at your house, fucking drinking hot coffee and hot chocolates and eating McDonald's, this nigga was thinking 40,000 years ahead. He would sound crazy. Anything he says is going to sound mad, isn't it? Because your our mundane lives compared to what he's thinking of and trying to build, achieve, and invent. You would think he was mad, isn't it? Because 30 years ago, yeah, 30 years ago in the world, you said that one day social media would be invented. People look at you as mad. Bro. 100 years ago to say, oh, you'd be able to talk to your sister who lives in another country in an instant. You won't have to send mail and wait for 100 days to get a response for your sister to write. Like, people would look at you as crazy, but they can see what happened to Tesla. They did not like him because he was trying to do certain things, and guess what? They needed to discredit him. They needed to take his inventions so that they made the money. You get me? It's all about the money. It's a scam, isn't it? Like I say, it didn't indeed a scam. Nicholas Tesla was scammed. His reputation was destroyed. They ended up killing him and labeling him as somebody who is mentally ill. They took his invention, took all his ideas, and you all seen all his ideas because, like I say, Elon Musk is shit. That's what it's based on. He won't come and admit it, but at least he paid homage to him in no better way. And if you're interested, you're interested. If you're not, you won't notice. But Elon Musk, that's why I rate Elon Musk. Plenty of people probably don't know why I actually like Elon Musk. It's because he gave Nicholas Tesla the credit that he deserved. Because without Nikola Tesla, you wouldn't have them fucking cars. Bro. Like you say, he invented what is the current alternative system. Yeah. So we're talking like little and what do you call it, like fuses and all them shit. That's why he fucked around with it. And obviously high society or the elites, whatever you fuckers call them, they didn't like that because he would have been the one who got rich. So guess what? They sat there and allowed him. Secretly went behind his back, telling everyone, "Oh, he's crazy, he's crazy, he's crazy." And as soon as majority of his inventions were completed, they just whacked him in. And then they took it, waited a few years after all the conspiracies and the rumors died down, and then all of a sudden, some British inventor and some American inventor made a substantial breakthrough, and they just rebranded this shit, repackaged this shit, and sold it on or passed it off as their own. People do that quite a lot. Um, Inventors are robbed quite a fucking lot in society because guess what? Most of them they don't have the capital to go out there and invent shit, or the banks will just refuse to give them money to do what they do. Innit? And we all know military complexes. Yeah, you all know how that works. They got unlimited resource and funds, and they know how to kill who they want to kill. So it's not hard for them to kill you and change your ship slightly. Because if you look like phones, alright, look at flat screen TVs. 15 years ago, flat screen TV, nobody know who actually invented it unless it got away. But now every brand has flat screen TVs. So if you put in that context, Nicholas Tesla, just context wise, invented the flat screen TV. Guess what? They said he was crazy, they said he was mad. Guess what? Discredit him. Now he's struggling, he's a struggling inventor. Wonderful invention. As you can see, 15 years later, it's a $1 billion industry. But he was crazy for inventing it. And they whacked him off. And then now they're selling it for themselves or rebranded and remodeled. So the man though was plagued with madness. Tesla also has been called eccentric, but hardly scratches the surface of his problems. He was by all modern definition crippling mentally. So how is a fucking genius, yeah, that invented more than they'd like to credit him for mentally ill? Because if you listen to somebody talk about what's it now, quantum physics, you're going to think that fucking person is nuts. But if you sit down and listen to somebody describe all of that, yeah, without dumbing it down for you, you're going to think that person is talking gibberish. And so obviously that was the problem with him. At the time, the people weren't the cleverest around him. Obviously, those who were knew what they were doing. So they labeled him crazy because how he thinks Was how he talks. Yeah. And if your mind can come up with ideas of that nature, um, people, it's like people don't believe in the afterlife. Yeah. And to me, I find them people strange. I don't care what they do, but I just find them strange in general because there's more evidence to suggest that it is more likely, even science backed it and say it's more likely that there's something going on than there is no that it's a conspiracy. So you can see people who believe a lot of people who say religious people are fanatics and dangerous and blah blah blah. It's the same concept. Oh, religious people are crazy, you know, because they don't understand something. So you can really see what happened to Tesla. It's the invention version of atheism versus religion. You know what I mean? So behind his genius was a man who struggled through intense delusion and compulsive behavior. So how did his delusions turn out to be so many inventions? How could it be classified as a delusion? So this guy was able to see shit and come up with ideas in his head that nobody else at the time understood. Could even I can't pronounce the word fathom, but obviously you know what word I'm trying to say. Nobody could fucking understand what this man was going on about, but he still invented the things he was going on about, but somehow they label it as a delusion. So you can see to scam people, just label him as mentally ill because he was the most famous person and one of the most smartest people ever scammed in front of everybody with mental illness. And apparently he was compulsive. So a man tormented by his own mind. So to live in a world where you are exceptionally smart and know where to put all that energy, you're obviously going to be tormented because you want to do all these things, but there's no way of doing it. So yeah. So there is. Tesla was born into a family filled with mental instability. His memories leave almost no question that both his father and brother were mentally ill. Tesla's father liked to talk to himself. He would get caught up in furious arguments with himself, the tone of his voice changing as he argued, acting out different characters yelling at one another. So Tesla's dad was what we know as a schizophrenic. So what they're saying here that Tesla's whole family was a schizophrenic. Right, cool. So if you own a patent or a company, you die. That goes to your son or your nearest relative, your brother or father. Yeah, that's how it works. So it's called inheritance. So you inherit whatever the nearest person. So you have the royal family. Guess what? People inherit the crown. You know how that works. So what they did to the whole fucking Tesla family is, all right, we want all of that invention. We don't want some of these things to be out there. We want to make the money off it. They were the whole fucking lot of them as fucking mentally ill. Guess what? Legally, they inherit the shit. But guess what? They're labeled as mentally ill. So what they gonna do with it? That's it, innit? What are they going to do with it? So you can see these men think they're still living in that time and they're blatantly stupid. So arguments with himself, the tone of voice changes, blah blah blah. I'm sure at some point they'll talk about how my demeanor changes and my voice changes and all these weird shit. I'm sure at some point you've heard that. Acting out different kinds of yelling at one another, yeah. Tesla's brother suffered from hallucination, but his life was short lived. He died. One day, Tesla's father was attacked by wolves and his horse threw him off and ran home. Both his sons were waiting there, and Nikola watched in horror as his brother was trampled under the feet of the family stampeding horse. You see, looking back at it now, you could see superstition, but looking back at it now, I'm saying that somebody tactically did that. I'm saying somebody let them wolves out near Tesla's yard or wherever he was located knowing that them wolves probably have not ate. So guess what? You cage a vicious animal, a what's it called, a carnivore? Yeah, carnivore. You cage a carnivore animal, a lion, bears, anything of that sort, alligator, snake, anything. You lock that fucker up in a cage for a month and don't feed him. Yeah? You give him the smallest amount just to sustain him. Guess what? You gonna let that fucker out in there anybody. He's gonna eat everything he sees because he's not eating the time. So I'm back in that's what they did to Tesla. And obviously at the time there was no internet, there was no CCTV, there's no way of tracking these animals. You would just look, oh, there's wolves around. It just looked like it was random. They just let them wolves out there. They fucked up, let the wolves loose on Teslas, and this is just what I'm thinking happened. Obviously, there's no way to prove it. I want that. But this is how my mind works. This is what I think is happening. These men wanted to get rid of Tesla. Yeah. So guess what they did? Let them hungry wolves out on his property and his land. Them wolves, knowing that them wolves would have targeted him, and that happened. Guess what? It probably went better than they planned. The horse ended up trampling the brother. It probably went a little bit better than they planned. Didn't it? Yeah, so he suffered from regular hallucinations. Shortly after seeing his brother die, Tesla started to experience hallucinations. He would see spontaneous flashes of blinding light, which he linked to the air around him, around me, filled with tongues of living, like what living flame? What? Wait. Which he linked to the air around. I think it's meant to be him. Yeah, him. The air around him filled with tongues of living flame. So he was seeing some sort of flaming tongue. Um, Tesla eyes, Tesla's eyes so vividly that he couldn't tell if it was real or imagined. He would often become frustrated in conversation, distracted by the struggle to tell what to tell if what he was seeing was real or imaginary. Like I said, these men thought they were smart. I know way more than you man think I know. You get me? So anyway, the hallucinations only got worse as his life went on. Like I say, back in what was it now? What did they say it was? The 18th century or 1800, yeah, 1800s and all that. There was nothing there. He probably would have lived in sort of isolation, sort of out in some remote area, given the time it was, yeah. So them houses were more. I mean, it's not like how we're all packed up together. So it would be easy to target anybody, because like I say, capture some random carnivore, some wolf, lion, and then go and let them out in a village. That lion's not ate for a month. Nobody is safe. That lion's gonna eat any fucking thing he sees. So you can see if somebody's more in an isolated situation, you let out some sort of predator. A predator is going to find them and hunt them down. And I think their plan worked a bit because I think the intention was to have them wolves hunt and kill all of them. But the hallucinations only got worse as his life went on. They were, however, also the key to his brilliance. So apparently, he was a genius because he hallucinated. I don't know how that makes sense, but let's go. The flashes of light were often accompanied by images he'd never imagined before. One of the images that appeared before him was the design for the alternating current motor. So this would have to be Tesla who's describing these things because the way this article is written, it does not say he said. He said it's as if they knew what he was seeing in his head, and I am quite concerned, isn't it? Because you have to take it off how it was written. The hallucinations only got worse as his life went on. They were, however, also linked to his brilliance. The flashes of light were often accompanied by him images. So he didn't say he said he was seeing flashing light. They're talking like they were inside his head and knew exactly what was going on. So imagine that he imagined before, yeah. One of the images that appeared before him was designed for the altering current motor. So in other words, the vision that he got and what made him a brilliant person was inspirational. So how is it a hallucination? So you can see where some jealous cunt that don't have nothing in their heads. When they go to sleep at night time, it's just pure darkness. When they wake up all day, it's just emptiness. It's just a goddamn dried coconut in there. You can see they'd be quite jealous for somebody to just be sat at his house and some image just pops in his head. Oh shit, I can invent that. You can see where the jealousy come into play there. Quite a lot. He was clearly hated, and people were jealous of him and why he was done dirty, which he quickly sketched into the sand with a stick to ensure he remembered it. So people who inventors, they have ideas all the fucking time, and they just come and go, come and go. If you don't write it down, guess what? There would have been so many over the time. So they hated him for that because guess what? He was a walking gold man. He was just coming up with ideas after ideas. Some he cared about, some he tried to work on. That sort of character. So to distinguish themselves and make themselves not have certain particular political issues, they would have said this nigga is crazy. Yeah. So it's labeled as a hallucination. The guy's an inventor. They ain't inventing shit because guess what? Their fucking brains are blank all day. But you get me? It's a fucking dark room in there. You get me? No lights are on. So they're obviously a hate. They're obviously haters. Isn't it? See, he claims to receive messages from aliens. That nobody can argue with that. Tesla probably didn't believe in God and angels, so he's not going to attribute it to divinity and that a muse is an angel or a deity of some kind that inspires people. So he probably would not have put it down to divinity. So he said aliens. So at the time, obviously religion heavily run the world. The churches would not have like, oh, he's not attributing it to God and angels, label him as crazy. While testing a device, Tesla picked up a strange signal from outer space. It seemed to be repeating pattern. Almost like someone was counting and he was convinced it was traveling between Venus and Mars. So cool. So I kind of I've had certain experiences where I think it makes sense what Tesla is saying. I do think it makes sense, and I think certain things I've said, some people have heard it and made certain likenesses and realized, yeah, 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 yeah. So cool. Anyway, so if there are aliens out there, yeah, mankind has spent billions and trillions on so much man hours and years trying to make contact with them. But every now and again you hear some shit and see some videos where aliens just come here and toy with us and they don't make contact with anyone. Is it possible that they're trying to make contact with either the best or the smartest? I'm saying that's what's going on. They're trying to make contact with the smartest of us. And obviously, those who have the higher intelligence, they make contact with them. Those who are, I guess, more of an athletic, like genetic wise, they're superior. Because you have that, you have genetic superior, um, and intellectual superiority. Yeah, that's what superiority. So like Stephen Hawkins, he was intellectually superior, but genetically he fucking wasn't. So you can see what the idea there is. So my take on it is that I do believe there is some sort of life out there. I don't believe in little green men with fucking big eyes. I don't believe in that. I think it's bullshit. I do believe there's other lives out there and that it would make sense that they seek to make contact with the best of the best. You get me in it. You wouldn't travel a million light years to go and meet Billy Bob from around the corner. It'd be a fucking waste of journey. You get me in it. So yeah, I'm not disrespecting like drunks and cokeheads, but you wouldn't travel all that time just to come sit and conversate with a fucking cokehead. You want to conversate with the best that they have to offer, you know what I mean? So a British dignitary would not go to a foreign country just to speak to some homeless man. Like they fucking wouldn't. You get me in it. And if they wouldn't, you, you have to expect that aliens wouldn't do that either, innit? And obviously they're too dumb to realize that. So yeah, it was convincing traveling between Venus and Mars. I'm not sure about the Venus and Mars, but maybe these images that Tesla had in his head. were coming from a source, and maybe they thought Tesla would be able to understand and translate what he was seeing in his head. So it's possibly some sort of entity leaned on Tesla and realized, right, he's the one that we are going to choose to move mankind forward. Because that's what he did. That's what Tesla did. He moved mankind out of the age of darkness into certain things. So the alternative motor, we got perpetual motion and all that from it. Black. So it is possible that he was fucking telling the truth and that aliens decided to pass on certain knowledge because you got the Mayans, you got the Aztecs, you got the Egyptians, you got even certain places in Africa where they claim to have seen certain beings that they call gods. So we now call them aliens. During the Middle Ages, they call them demons. Back them time, they call them gods. Who is who? I don't know. I don't care. But you can see where they would make contact with individuals they choose for because probably less hostility or they thought well they're the closest to understanding the message. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so it is possible that Tesla indeed was inspired by something out of mankind's understanding. Obviously, him then translating what he saw in his head, people are gonna say, you're fucking crazy, bro. And then guess what? He goes in his house, bangs a few posts and a few screws together, and pops out with some working motor. You get me? Everyone's like, oh my god, astonishment. Mm. So he tried to explain it on sensational terms. So, i.e., guess what? He did not blow the crowd away. He did not. I mean, he weren't a people person like that. He weren't a, what's that guy called? He weren't an Obama. Yeah. So Obama, I mean, yes, we can, and the whole world rallied behind him. Winston Churchill with his big speeches, Hitler, these grandiose characters. So what you'd notice about these grandiose type of characters like Hitler, Churchill, Obama, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, these type of characters, yeah, they have some sort of level of intelligence, but they weren't really the shit like that. You get me? So their ability, their gift was what you call a gift of the gab. They could just chat, and everyone falls asleep and follows the piper wherever it goes. So that's them man gift. Obviously, Tesla was gifted with intelligence, when in the ability to invent, ingenuity. So obviously, he's going to be more of a laid back person who does these little things. You get me in it. So obviously, the term unsensational is because he weren't moving the crowd. You get me? He weren't getting no Oscars. Yeah, but began to let himself believe that he made alien contact. So you see what I'm saying? Tesla changed the world as at the time as everyone knows it. Because they're not even talking about half of the things he did. Yeah, he changed the world, literally changed the world in front of all their eyes. They all thought it was crazy, only to turn out he started doing weird shit. And it would have to be classified as weird because it was uncommon. So it has to be classified as weird. Nobody else was doing what he was doing, so it is weird. Yeah, cool. He then told the truth that he believed that he was inspired by aliens, demons, gods, angels, interdimensional beings, fucking worms from another planet. Yeah, I mean, whatever. That's what he said. And they obviously thought this guy's crazy, you get me, But did he prove that he indeed was doing that? Because he did something that nobody else did. Aliens are making contact. They're light years away. We have what 9 planets in our solar system. They've searched all 9 planets, found no life on there. So these aliens obviously are coming from a different solar system, different galaxy. They're quite intelligent because we have the best of the best scientists working on these things and we can't find shit. But somehow these aliens came here out of millions of people, billions at the time, whatever, and decided to have Tesla, or they moved Tesla forward in mankind's history. I mean, Nikola Tesla, what it was. And thus Babylon punished him for it. Because why not them? Why didn't they get the inspiration? Why didn't they get the honor and the pleasure to talk into some green-eyed alien? You get me? So you can see hate and jealousy was rife there. Innit? So this is with the West, isn't it? So the feeling constantly growing on, Mr. Tesla wrote that I have been the first early greeting of one of the planets to another by the 1900s. Yeah? He accepted his own conclusion. In a letter to the Red Cross, he wrote, "We have a message from another world, unknown and remote." Tesla claim was one of quote controversial. We ever heard that before? Many believe that the mad scientist had finally gone completely out of his mind. Years later, though, he was vindicated. It was found that Tesla had indeed received a signal from space. He picked up a lightning storm on Jupiter. And then this nigga went, so every time he had some mad vision and said he saw some sort of beam of light, some sort of alien contact, he come do some crazy shit like this after. So whatever was going on with Tesla, Tesla was the chosen one at the time. He was the one chosen to fucking advance mankind, did. And Dirty Babylon, high society, the elite, the royal family, the Bilderbergs, all these type of fools, they didn't like it because they're nothing. They're worthless men. More than having an extremely large bank account, what have they done? What have they done? Innit? I mean, so whatever the fuck that he created there, you ain't seen that shit nowhere now. You definitely that look like some sort of a weapon. You get me? That looks like this nigga created some sort of a weapon of some sort. Yeah, because whether it look like that, that looks like a bunch of electricity, and I've seen man touch light wires and get absolutely turned into toast. So that is some sort of a weapon. I don't think he intended to build it a weapon, but you can see where the military would be immediately interested in whatever he was fucking up to, and you can see where it ended for him. But that's the claim that he would never sleep for more than 2 hours in a day. Guess what? He didn't need all that much sleep. His mind's overactive. His mind's always going at a pace. Guess what? He's gonna move faster than most people, speak faster because his mind's always moving. You know what I mean? Legends have it that once he worked 84 hours straight without a second of rest, he would often stay up all night, light his laboratory with experiments and strange sounds that kept his neighbors awake. It got to the point that the police were used to get concerned calls about him. We have heard that before. His lab assistant, though, despite dispute that he only slept for 2 hours a day, they reported that he made true what he made it through a day with scattered power naps. Still sleeping far less than healthy, but at least a bit more than 2 hours. He got extra rest too, through pure exhaustion. Reportedly, Tesla would sometimes collapse in the middle of his work and fall asleep. His body too tired to go on. So he had an obsessive nature. So you could call it like OCD. He was obsessed with with his work. And he's one of them type of characters like he ain't stopping. Once he starts, he ain't stopping till it gets done. And the only way he stops is when he has no choice. You get me? He's sleeping, but he's so tired to the point that he's really passed out. He's not sleeping. So he had obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD, blah blah blah. So I've been known the whole time. And Testa had some strange habits, and they became worse as time went on. He had a few rituals he would insist upon. Before eating, Tesla would calculate his dinner exact volume. He claimed he was richer as he picked up in a childhood and couldn't share. He would also stack exactly 18 napkins in a pile before he touched his food. It had to be exactly 80 because it's divisible by 3. Yeah, he did some shit like that in it where he found out that 3, 6, 9, 12 is like some form of geometric pattern. And he found out that it does something. I can't remember what it says, but there's something he did with them numbers, and like 3, 6, and 9 can go into 18. So 3, 6 is 18, 6, 3 is 18, two nines, 18. Yeah, so some sort of pattern thing that had to do with the whole electrical conductor shit that he did. And that's why he did that 18 thing. Yeah, so Tesla did everything in trees. He was often overcome by a compulsion to walk around the block 3 times and he would count his steps while he did it. When he stayed in hotels, he insisted on a room number that could be divided by three and demanded that 18 towers be delivered each morning. Obviously, these things are quirks, innit? Like, get me, innit? Some people got to fucking touch the door a million times, you know, that sort of thing. People are still like that to this day. Some of the maids would ask him why he needed 18 towers. Tesla would just go outside and not say a word. Because eventually, you get tired of explaining, you get tired of being ridiculed because people who don't understand just don't understand it. So it's kind of pointless trying to teach people who don't understand. They're gonna ridicule you, so I've already should learn. So instead of you ridicule me, I'll just ridicule you first, innit? I'll just negate the whole thing where you do it and I do it to you. And yeah, we move on. You'll stop asking questions at our point, won't you? Yeah. Well, these man think I didn't know all this. I knew more than us. I let on. Obviously, he was a different league compared to what I am, innit? He's on the next level. He was on the next level, innit? And granted, I've never really tried and I never really got the opportunity or the baseline foundation of certain things, innit? You know what I mean? They said, oh, I'm demonically possessed. They said all sort of shit about me, but also, in reality, I know exactly that I'm a genius. Obviously, not all genius got there in having Tesla like inventions. You have so many different things in this world. Innit? So like Messi is a genius of football. Innit? Like if you look at Messi, things people when he does stuff, nobody understands how he does it. People try they've deployed so much scientific what do you call that shit now? Sports science and they've even put shoes on Messi to try to figure out what he does. Yeah, I mean like he's a genius at football, isn't it? It's easy for him. He creates shit all the time in the game that nobody else doesn't. So you have different levels. Obviously, these little foo guys, but they're secure. I'm just a genius at fucking shit like that. It's just very easy for me. Obviously, it, it gets me in trouble, innit? I don't care, innit? Like, why should I suppress myself for your man's ego, innit? Fuck y'all, innit? The Tesla had an intense fear of germs that could that control every part of his life. So most times smart people have germaphobe problems. It's like doctors. Doctors are the same. Like, doctors are very good at hiding it because obviously they know they'll get punished for eccentricity. But quite a lot of doctors secretly are over clean, innit? Like, they'll hide it because they are aware how people would see them. They are aware how people would view them. They'll hide certain things about themselves because one would say you have to because of I guess jealous people. They'll find any little fault and highlight it about you. So he felt incredibly uncomfortable making physical contact with other human beings. So Tesla was more comfortable with fucking aliens. He felt so revulsion means he felt sickening. So he felt flat out revulsion if he touched someone's hair and would feel sick if he saw someone wearing earrings. So he had these little traumas because obviously to feel sick as a oh, right to feel sick as a result of an everyday thing, there's some trauma behind it. So somebody who was raped, abused, or molested every time somebody now touch them in that sort of context, sexual context, they're going to feel some sort of way, like you get me. So somebody who is married, somebody, I mean, fucks around, yeah, I mean, RAPE and all that, whatever, whatever. She's going to have some sort of trauma. So every time her partner tries it, she shuts down. It becomes a nightmare in the house. Blah blah blah. So yeah. So obviously there weren't much psychiatrists and counselors in Tesla's time. Uh, he wore gloves so he couldn't make skin to skin contact when shaking hands. If he couldn't avoid such contact, he immediately rushed off to wash his hands. And I said, he's got quirks. But it's really trauma. Something happened in his life that they're obviously not aware of, but it's trauma based. Tesla blamed his work in the lab. He spent some time looking at the microscope creatures living in the drinking water, so he can see. He went and looked into some shit that fucked him up. So now he's got some germaphobe issue. So he was traumatized by what he seen. So it's like certain food. If you go to a new place, eat certain food, and now you have diarrhea and you're vomiting. Guess what? Anywhere for the rest of your life, you see that food, trust me, it's going off. Yeah, screwed after that point. Isn't it? Yeah, so living in the drinking water became deeply unnerved. If you would only watch a few minutes, the horrible creatures he wrote about the experience, you would never again drink a drop of unboiled water or unsterilized. I only drink boiling water to be honest. Yeah, because when I came, the same cousin that set me up with the whole bike thing and the police, he said to me that, oh, don't drink the water. So trust me, I know. He said to me, don't drink the water. And I said, why? He's like, oh, some shit that they don't drink the water here and everyone drinks like bottled or filtered water. So I've always boiled the water ever since I got here. Yeah, simple as that. So trust me, I know. Yeah, so a popular piece of trivia states that Tesla believed his genius came from never having sex. And one could say that's true. If you ever watch, what's that film called? What's that shit called? That comedy with that them Jewish comedian, isn't it? Well, I can't remember that comedy with that. He's a comedian. Yeah. His best mate, the little bald one, he didn't have sex and he became a genius. He started learning pure languages and all. So obviously now I know where it came from. That is a reference, an indirect reference to Tesla. Now I get where it comes from. Yeah, so I don't believe an inventor should marry. He told the reporter, explaining that a woman would take up too much of his attention, which were better dedicated to science. I can agree. The vagina is a distracting thing, and trust me, first an experience in it. Like, I do 100% agree with him. Tesla said it to some man ain't inventing nothing anyway, so it don't matter, innit? Well, probably didn't believe it. He died unmarried, having never made love, but it might not have been an entirely by choice. He caught the attention of his share of women. He even had a Bergianin romance with a French actress who gave him a handkerchief that carried with him his whole life. Tesla, however, never made his move. My man was destined for greatness, isn't it? Just like that, innit? That's what they said about Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was an entertainment genius. He wasn't just a musical genius. Entertainment, like he was the king of the shit, isn't it? But he also had them weird quirks about him. They also they also said he was crazy. They also demonized him and they killed him off, just like Tesla inevitably will die off in this situation. Yeah. They did the same thing to Michael Jackson. Like I said, the system is nasty, and the system are usually deal like they like to deal with these passive type of soft guys, but they buck up into a gun toting madman and this round they get me, you know. But anyway, but Michael Jackson they did the same thing, same context. They said Michael Jackson never had sex, blah blah blah, same shit. He might not have been entirely sure. He carried him whole life. Just however, never made his move. Later in life, he talked about his bachelorhood in different terms. He said he'd made two grades. greater sacrifice and not mine. When he was young, he had put women on a lofty pedestal that made him feel unworthy of them. He now longer saw his chastity as the source of his genius, was simply fear of women that had cost him the joys of life. So if Tesla was regularly getting vagina, the world wouldn't be what it is. It's funny, isn't it? Like, I mean, one man life fucking changed the world as we all know it. Billions of us here live this life. And if it weren't for this one guy, half of the things, Einstein didn't do nothing important. He just came up with a bag of ideas about fucking electricity and gravity and all this nonsense. Newton was claimed to discover the same thing, gravity, and that's all that man did. This guy is the key to modern society, and they said he was fucking crazy. He thought drinking whiskey would let him live to 150. Not a day went by without a glass of whiskey making his way to Tesla hands. He was just an alcoholic. He was convinced he'd found the secret to health. Tesla came from a line of men who drank heavily and lived long lives, and he convinced that there was a correlation. Following the great family tradition, he drank heavily, claiming it gave him bursts of energy and kept him alive. When the US entered Prohibition, he had no way to get his hands on his elixir of life. He didn't take it happily. Tesla cursed the government for robbing him of liquor and said that they shortened his lifespan. He'd paid a hotel bill and debt leave. By the 90s, Tesla's fortunes had turned for the worse. A few rough deals and rougher business partners had left him on the edge of bankruptcy. They scammed him, and he began to live by passing through hotels. One morning, after staying in the Governor Clinton's hotel, a clerk came from Tesla bill and realized that he didn't have the money. Instead, he handed them the box. It contained a debt bill. He told them that it is meant to be that there, that it was worth 10,000. Be careful, he warned them. It will detonate if it's opened by an unauthorized person. The hotel took the box either because they believed it was valuable or because they didn't want to argue with a man who went around carrying a debt bill. In 1943, after Tesla had died and World War II had reached its height, the FBI seized all of his assets and sent a team to gather the debt bill. They're very careful over my dreaded what would come. So, as you can see, they fucking scammed him. I mean, guess what? They killed his family, set his family up. It was just him that was left. The government comes and confiscate everything he owns. Nobody's there to challenge him. So you can see how it plays out. Inside was nothing more than a spare standard electrical part. He fell in love with a pigeon. Yeah. In fact, in his final years, Tesla spent his time feeding pigeons. One in particular caught his eye. She was, in his words, a beautiful bird, pure white with light. And for some weird reason, I was told that English people refer to women as birds. I don't get how that makes sense, but that's what they said to me. I'm quite concerned that if that is true or that was a lie. Innit? The pigeon would follow Tesla around and come when he called. One time, the pigeon was ill. He spent days in bed with her, nursing her back to health. He really, but you see people with dogs that behave the same way. So I don't get what the issue is. People put their dogs in fucking in baskets, in proms. I don't know what you man call it, strollers. Yeah, people do all that with their dogs and out there weird with their dogs. So I don't really see the difference. It's just a different animal, isn't it? He believed and the pigeon understood each other. I love that pigeon. He told a friend, "I love her as a man loves a woman, and she loves me." A day came through and the pigeon flew on Tesla's window and a terrible news. Tesla knew that she would try to tell him that she would die. Beams of light shot out of her eyes, he claimed, and then life escaped. Tesla had completely lost his mind. In his final days, he was an old madman, love-starved and alone and isolated. He's not getting no vagina. The gal them don't want him. I mean, he fell in love with a pigeon. Man, I out here buying sex dolls and fucking dolls at night time, but like, trust me, Tesla, like, he had a better fate than Nuffman to in the modern time. He died shortly. He was found by a maid in his hotel room completely alone. You know what I mean? So yeah. So this con, he did nothing that is of worthy. Yeah, quite a few of them, innit? I mean, there's quite a few. This guy. I don't like this guy. Like, I don't. He coming with gravity and all this bullshit. Like, fuck that. I don't believe in that. But this is my guy, but like Nicholas Tesla. You get me? Innit? Where the hell did he go? Where the hell did he go? Oh yeah, this guy, my guy, but I mean, dog with the Tesla. I mean, the rest of them pussies. I know my age. I'm just not a Tesla like that.